So, in our last session, we navigated up the beginning of Icespire Peak. Believed it was going to take a little bit longer, but thanks to the caller and her custom charter flights of Succubus and Incubus Air, managed to get everyone up rather quickly, which was nice. And then very quickly finding that there was another, in the wake of some avalanche activity, was a path well trodden but old, which was basically the trail to where we are now. So we got to a point.
Oh, you're gonna say Philindrin.
Fell in
Hey,
almost.
the claws are out.
Fell in almost as she was getting a bit impatient trying to get past this kind of glacial ice. Decided to solve the problem with Eldritch Blast, which it made a crack, but it also very nearly triggered off another avalanche, which would have been interesting. It was literally 2 damage points. I set it at 20, and I believe we got to 2 damage points off triggering the next avalanche, which was pretty cool. So then we had Kaylin. She took her slower but safer approach, using her bonfire to basically melt the ice away. Took longer, but it also meant that the group got a short rest in between as well. So uncovering that inner cavern, it was Kaylin, Lara, and Felin Bryn that found the runes, and I think all 3 of you speak Draconic. Is that right?
Oh yeah.
I speak Draconic.
I think it was all 3 of you. So all of you were able to decipher the runes that were written within the cavern wall. And it was the same passage that was written over and over, which was, "It is the blackest night. It is the heart of darkness. It is the hunger that devours." And you managed to find many images that depicted the symbols of Chronipsis, which I shared a bit of lore in the By the Campfire channel. So also known as the Silent or the Watcher, a god of dragons that is basically like the Raven Queen, so the farrier of fallen dragons into the draconic afterlife. So as the team continued on, that entire area where the runes were found were bathed in a consistent dull red light that were coming from a large carved skull motif that was chiseled into the rock wall. The mouth opening up and leading down to a cavern that goes deeper into the mountain. So as everyone was heading down, there was that skin-prickling cold washing over each person as they stepped into the cavern, and that crunch of ice underfoot becoming more muted with each step. Kaylin is at the forefront at the moment and peering into the darkness, but she's noted that her vision doesn't feel as deep as expected, and when she sent up some dancing lights, the lights are there, but they don't give a lot. The light seems to be strained here, specifically. So that brings us to our map. So I've rehashed, they have redone dynamic lighting, so I'm giving it a try. It seems to fit with the ambience, so we'll see how it goes. But as it stands at the moment between Kaylin and Nesnar, I'm not sure if the caller has dancing lights. I can't remember off the top of my head. Phil and Bryn would have these as well. Each and everyone has a light. Awesome. So everyone has their own personal light source to make life a little bit easier. So no one's left completely and utterly swallowed by the dark. So as you've stepped into this area, the crunch of snow underfoot, things look old, ruined. What you'd expect from an ancient old tunnel system that is bearing into a large mountain. Nothing out of the ordinary there. But as you're continuing on, there is a sense of foreboding. There is a sense of unease as you continue in, and the way that the light seems to be just drunk by the surroundings, definitely cause for concern. But perhaps we want to organize into a kind of marching order to start heading in here. You've noticed very quickly that these caverns or these tunnels are very narrow. They don't seem to be expanding or growing anytime soon. There's no real sense of echo. It just feels very, very solid down here. So, what would we like to do? Who would we like to put at the front of this this crazy conga train?
Not so
I think
sweet.
Philinbrin will just kind of shoo a few people past her as she decides what to do.
Kaylin will come up
Ooh.
Matt's not here, so let's put him at the front.
NPCs
He's
to
a
the
Matt
front.
Shield.
If I'm not first, I'd like second or third. Thank you.
But how far does Kaylin's vision go, even in this darkness?
Absolutely. So you'll find that as you're with the way that dynamic lighting is set up in here, what I'm going to do is basically, once we've got the marching order, the first person will take their 30 feet or 60 if they want, and can basically drag and drop to the next kind of square, which will reveal more with your light. Your light isn't reaching very far, but if you basically plod along one square at a time, it will illuminate as you go.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Wait,
Sterling is the torchbearer.
it's been so long since I've had dynamic lighting,
Yeah, that is pretty
and it's
rad.
actually proper dynamic lighting. Oh my god.
It's not bad. It's not bad. It feels like it's gotten a little bit better. But
Do
we'll
the
see.
two humans want to stay near Kaylin then, just because she's got the dancing lights up, so they can see.
I'd say Kaylin's got unfettered range, or Philinbrin, or anyone else that has a light spell, just for the sake of sanity for now. The lights continue on with each and every one of you, so you're not left in the dark. You don't have to worry about someone wandering off or getting too far ahead. The lights will remain.
Okay, so Sterling, you're going first for once. Is that what's happening here?
Well, Sterling doesn't want to go once, but he feels like he has no choice.
76 reasons why you're going first, and 51 reasons why I'm fourth.
If we want to do it that way, technically, I'm second.
There's only one reason why Sterling went up.
Squishy Kaylin,
Yeah.
who's no longer that squishy.
Oh,
anymore.
she's not squishy.
Yeah, but her 54 hit points ain't, what you call it.
I
They
love
ain't
it
what they
how
used
like
to be.
I have 67, you have 76.
Beefy.
Yeah, it's because I have another point of con than you, and also I was a first level warrior or fighter, whereas you were first level rogue.
All right.
Okay, are we gonna move forward?
If I can
Okay.
help at all, I'll be there in a second.
Oh, awesome. Hi, Matt.
Daddy!
It's alright, man. Like, I just got a very scenic drive around the city on the way back.
How romantic.
Wait, is the dynamic lighting set up per our character or per
Per
or
character.
like for everyone?
For everyone. So everyone is generating light.
Sterling can get like a rod, a stick, whatever, and just poke the ground as he goes along.
Sure. So as Sterling's continuing on and very deftly stepping forward and crunching away on the snow, and manages to maybe kind of using an arrow or finding some impromptu long thing to poke along in the ground as he's continuing on. The ground feels hard. It's stone. It's not very forgiving, and you can see bits of ruin in there as well. So old stairs, old structures that have crumbled away with time. But as he's continuing on, you can see that it's not a well-worn path, but there's no give in the ground as well. And as you continue on, you haven't noticed any traps just yet.
Well, I'm looking at this is stair. Like, is the stairs background, or should I be looking for traps on it?
Oh, sure. So it's up to you. So the stairs are there. They're leading down. They're a very small flight, and definitely in ruins.
Yeah, he's gonna look for some sort of trap first.
Absolutely.
First thing he's gonna do, sorry, he changes his mind. First thing he's gonna do is he's gonna move Palin back 5 feet, So there's a 5-foot gap between him and Caleb.
Okay.
I think I might cast guidance on Sterling, if I can do that.
Absolutely.
Sorry, just trying to pull my character sheet up. I realised that we actually needed D&D. Who knew? So you want a perception check? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, go for perception, unless you want to get hands-on.
Caleb
Alright,
is
nope.
like guiding the light right next to Sterling, so we can see him very clearly.
Perfect. As Sterling continuing on and having a check to see if there's anything up ahead, there's nothing. As he's poking around the stairs, you can hear the dull echo of, say, an arrowhead just pinging off the old concrete. But as you guys are continuing on, Sterling's noticing that the pathway seems to be getting pretty snug. It's getting thin and it's getting almost spelunk-like as it kind of continues on. And now you can notice that the snow is starting to be less and less evident and is giving away just to this hard, relatively unforgiving hard rock grounding. But coming through, seeing little structures petering off, and at this junction you can see that there is either a pathway up to the north or another pathway that seems to be what you'd imagine to be in an easterly direction.
So do we go north or east?
Never eat soggy weeps.
East to west is always best. So, north.
Okay, did we assess this?
Apparently north.
So I'm still just catching up on what's happening at the moment, but is there any chance I can, like, would I recognize where we are?
Sure. Let me help you out. Hang on for just a sec, Sterling. Just as you come to that point there, I'm just going to get you to roll perception for me.
I've lost the party.
Can I please ask you to roll perception?
Move
for me?
forward, go north.
Still in the middle of setting everything up.
Nice. All good. I'll give you a quick recap in just a sec. As Sterling's headed up in towards and seen more of an opening coming through with a perception roll of 17, out the corner of your eye, you do see a flitting shadow move. It gives you a sense of something being there, but as you turn, it seems to just hold still for just a moment.
Which direction? Can you ping?
Up towards the north.
Okay. Ask Caitlin if she can send one of her lighty things up north.
Okay, I'll send one up to about here. Don't know how that will.
Cool. You notice as one of the globes drifts towards the location that you point it towards, once it's away from your vicinity, the globe just seems to peter out and vanish and is swallowed by the shadow up ahead.
Oh, it's an actual shadow.
Can I
Oh,
see
boy.
I'll bring out
Oh.
your PCs up.
specific shadow, like noticeably different from other shadows? I don't know how to say it. Is magical darkness compared to normal natural darkness? Can I tell the difference?
So as you're looking through, give me, again, let's have another perception roll from yourself.
No.
So peering through, definitely a sense of unease. And as you're looking through, it doesn't feel right, but at the same time, you can't spot anything that seems out of the obvious.
So Sterling's going to pull out his crossbow and load up a bolt and ready an attack should, as he goes forward, something jump out of the shadows and try to bite him.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. So at the ready and moving up, the light starts giving away that you can see in here there seems to be an old well that's located sort of like off to the side of the room, but this seems to be a well-contained little area. There doesn't seem to be too much else going on in this section, apart from just the well.
Sterling.
All the lights gone.
Oh, there we go.
Sterling, if a lady with long black hair comes crawling out of that well, fucking run.
Don't you mean just shoot back to the well?
I don't think it works.
Give a little rock out, like a little pebble,
Nice.
and just
Really?
toss it into the well, then hold the crossbow up ready to shoot whatever comes out of it.
So where's the well? Up where you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm more curious as to what's down here. I see a little offshoot south.
There is. So as Sterling picks a little pebble off the ground and lobs it, whoa, and I almost knock over my table, it kind of clicks off and kind of bounces down the well, and you're waiting to hear the stone to hit the bottom. But before it even does so, your reaction triggers. Quickly moving up and out of that well is a figure that seems to be almost completely comprised of shadow. Just two beady little red eyes that seem to be peering out. Initially just kind of peering over the lip of the well, but oh dear. As you fire off and the crossbow fires, it's like it spooks you almost instantaneously. The bolt shooting wide. Oh, was that a 2 or that was the first? The first attack was a 14.
Yeah. The 2 is what the weapon represents today.
Oh, gotcha. Excellent. And as it fires off for 14 and 24, your reaction is spot on. As those eyes seem to gleam over the edge of the well there, the first bolt fires off and just pierces through with beautiful accuracy, and the shadows just dissipate and fall away altogether.
Okay.
It's a good shot.
I'm gonna again do the same thing. What do you call it? Ready another crossbow, and I don't know this. But the shadowy figure came from beyond the well, right? It didn't come from the well.
It came up out of the well.
Ah, well, chuck another rock down there and have my thing ready to go.
Okay.
Kalen's gonna have Eldritch Blast ready.
Excellent. So as you lob the next pebble in and you hear it tick, 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 waiting expectantly to take the next shot. Nothing happens.
Okay. All right, tell everybody what I saw. So Laura, you gonna check down that corridor there?
Yes.
Literally, as soon as Lara turns around, another of these shadowy apparitions is literally standing right behind her.
Can
Let's.
Kalen roll Eldritch Blast at it?
As my perception.
heckers.
She's
Oh,
not
heck.
quite in range to be able to hit it with the Eldritch Blast, not without hitting Lara, but this thing managed to get the drop on her. It goes ahead and... Oh, I don't know if I should roll this through D&D Beyond because it might give away what this thing is.
Just make it as dead
Just
roll.
roll. There's dice on this left-hand side. You can just use those.
It's a 9. So it fails. It lunges at Lara, its hand kind of reaching out and grasping for her to no avail. But Lara, you've got an attack against this thing.
I've got a reaction.
Yeah.
Because I gotta remember to use these because the loving Sterling keeps reminding me. Repose. So I'm going to spin around with my trusty, haven't used this in quite a long time, rapier.
Nice.
And yeah, try and basically just turn around and get him. And does a 23 hit?
23
I don't
hits. It whips through, and
think I
this
get
thing
sneak.
seems to be pretty incorporeal, but it does a nice bit of damage, but it's still there. At this point, I'm going to say Kalen or Felbryn have got an opportunity to be able to take a shot at it.
Oh yeah, I'm all about that.
I'm all about
Kalen's
that
going
shit.
to move forward slightly and try and get an Eldritch Blast off.
Go for it.
Around.
Roll away. Oh yeah, the 18, that's enough to hit. It slams dead into the body of this thing and annihilates it. It just vanishes. The eldritch energy just kind of pouring through it, and it dissipates, almost becoming tissue thin like ash and disappearing altogether.
Kalen's just going to call out, please stay within 30 feet of me so we can't be surprised. Just because of my staff, if you're within 30 feet of me, we benefit from not being able to be surprised.
Alright, this
Creepy
is a dead.
dungeon.
This is a dead end up here.
I'm calling down the hall to the others who are not within 30 feet of me.
Felbryn will cast the old faithful protection from evil and good against undead on herself.
Okay.
Just because, one's a coincidence or whatever they say, two is bad luck.
So, Laura, you going down?
Yes. If I've got you guys.
That's it.
My trusty rapier is out.
I don't know where the caller is. I haven't seen the caller.
Oh, she's up here. She's right next to you.
Oh, okay. The nameplate's not showing. I thought that was for some reason Neg. Where's
Nesna.
Where's
It's, I
Nesna?
think, a dead end.
Okay, let me help you with that. So here, it's just a tricky part. I'll drag you through. It just tunnels through, is all. I'll pop you there. So it continues down to the south.
Ooh. Creepy. Are we on a completely different map?
No.
This looks like the same map. Oh, have we gone over? Oh,
Yeah,
it's
an
curling
over-under.
underneath.
Yeah.
Alright, that makes sense.
So you have a distinct sense that things are kind of curling around. So this is almost turned around back on itself and curled under the initial spot that you've entered.
Okay. When nothing goes right, we go left.
She
Cam,
just
just
says,
a
goes right.
question.
Yeah, sure.
Dude,
Is it,
my character that's going left.
is it still the same day as our fight? Battle?
Yes, it is. So you still have the attunement to thunder. I'll help you out there, Sai. Here we go.
Yeah, I'm getting a bit lost.
Gotcha. I'll bring the caller
Laura,
down as well.
Laura, I think you need to back up one.
Oh,
Well,
I
like,
see.
Oop, I just moved.
Oh, I gotcha. I'll move you up to where everyone else is.
No worries.
There.
So, like, because I was still waiting for everything to load, I thought we were actually in combat. I was just waiting for my shot.
Not yet. Not yet.
Cool.
All right.
No cigar.
So, Lara, once you've got to that point, I'll just get you to hold for just a sec. So, at this point, let's go with a quick perception roll.
With me?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say Kalen has Eldritch Blast just naturally prepared as they're walking through. Like, ready to shoot off at anything that jumps out.
You getting twitchy? So yes, 11.
Nice. You can see just past the ridge here that there is another shadowy figure. It seems it hasn't noticed you yet. You can just kind of make out the very dark silhouette of a shoulder and perhaps what would be a head.
Okay, I'm going to start doing something I should have been doing earlier. I'm going to start being stealthy and trying to then sneak back down.
Nice.
Can I roll for stealth?
You can. Absolutely.
Alrighties. I gotta remember how to do this. There we go.
24. Very nicely done. If you're proceeding forward, the shadowy figure does not seem to move. It's almost like it's crouched over and fidgeting with something with its back turned towards you.
I'm basically gonna make motions at Sterling, like, just back up a step and just be like, enemy, that way. Sort of like with my hands. He's military, he gets the weird hand gestures.
You want special fried rice and what?
Come on, man. I speak
Alright,
like 5 languages.
No, I got it. Sterling goes forward one step and has a look. He's looking for a shadow. Does he see one?
You can give me a perception roll and we'll see if you can spot him out. Lara's been able to draw a bead on him. Okay, 12 will do it. You can see that shoulder. It's just past the ridge here. The very slightest inkling of the outline of that shoulder and what would be a head.
He's gonna go forward. Is it definitely a shadow, or is it just like you can see it's a shadow, or is it a person? Like,
Hard to tell from here.
well, he already attacked, but move forward in case it's not a shadow but an actual person.
Oh, it's definitely a shadow. So
Alright,
as
well,
soon
when
as
he
that
sees a
triggers,
shadow,
you've got that first shot to rattle off. You've taken it by surprise, so you're able to get your shot off before it can react. And that'll do it. So straight away, these things don't seem to be made up of a lot of matter, but this first bolt passes straight through it, and again, shadow just completely dissipates and is gone.
Now that we've seen a couple of them, can we have any idea what they are? We don't know.
Hard to tell. It's going to be a relatively high DC, but you could try to roll. What's it going to be? I'd probably say something along the lines of probably nature.
Sterling's gonna have a look at what this dude was looking over at.
There's nothing there.
Okay.
Move up with the rest of them and
Creepy.
I mean, Bryn gets a 13 on her nature.
Cool.
Just trying to casually assess the situation.
So as Philin has a look around, awesome. Everyone pause there for just a second. So as Lara's forging ahead, oh yeah. As she's forging ahead, just at this point here.
which where are we? So let me.
You can't. You're far away.
I'm trying to zoom out.
Oh yeah.
You can't find me.
It's not that.
Oh no.
It's the lighting.
Matt,
Yeah.
there's a fun thing called dynamic lighting,
Just
which
pull
means
back.
around your own character it's lit up, and you can't see what the other players can see.
Oh no, I get that.
Only-
I thought you were gonna ping your location at least. Are you way out here? Or...
When nothing goes right, go left.
I'm with Magnar, by the way.
Well, I already went right. I'm with Kaylin, and I can still see Sterling.
Cool. I think what we'll do to keep things whoa, what is that doing? Just to keep
How
things
far ahead of you
sane, we'll just go one step at a time, and we'll try and keep everyone kind of in the same sort of spot, and we'll kind of proceed one at a time, so we can just kind of keep tabs on what's happening.
Are you going to drag me and put me back with the rest of the group?
No, because first you've managed to stumble into another one of these. So it manages to get a drop. I'm just going to roll this thing and see how it goes. Oh, damn. That's a 22. That it reaches out and manages to grab hold of your shoulder and pulses in 8 points of necrotic damage into you. But at the same time as well... Oh, that's not what I want to roll. That.
Lucky you're a Dex character.
if you could go ahead and minus or temporarily minus 2 from your strength score for me.
Oh, Jesus.
What's that? Oh god. I
By the
gotta
way-
figure this out now.
You go to 0 strength, you're just dead. By the way.
What?
Yep.
Welcome
so,
to strength drain.
doesn't matter how many hit points you got. So maybe you want to not go foraging ahead.
Okay, I would like to... This thing has attacked me. Is it
You have a
fair
reaction.
that I can
You have a
attack
reaction.
it back? Well, I still have the rapier out. So...
Yeah. Oh.
I got a crit!
Nice. So, recoiling in horror, you can feel the necrotic energy has done more than just damage you. It's sucked some of the life out of you, making you feel weak. But the riposte is huge. Just in a massive whipping up, literally bisecting it from the middle all the way up through to the top of its head. This thing is absolutely annihilated and again just vanishes into that ethereal shadowiness. Well played. That's a nice hit. And then it seems Lara's starting to head on back.
Says the DM suggestively.
Not at all. I say split the party.
Into bite sizes.
There you are, Laura. Did everything go
Hey.
okay?
Lara.
I've seen some shit.
So
Why is there a weird hand mark on your arm, Lara?
It's one of those creatures that reached out and touched me, and
Ooh,
I just don't feel like myself.
Why did you make it do that?
Wow.
I just got too close, and oh, I feel weaker.
Well, Laura, you're doing a very good job for leading from the front. Would you like to continue doing that job?
I think you can take precedent.
Oh, are you sure? I don't want to take some of your thunder away.
All right then. Which way are we going?
So at this
Can I
point,
rejoin the
Oh,
party and have my team out with Nesna?
absolutely. Let me bring you back in. I'll pop you in here with Felin and Nesnar just behind as well. I've just popped in another ambience. If anyone wants to shift on over, who knows? It might even be indicative of what's going on. But
Oh, yeah.
at this
How about
point,
this, Laura? I think, how about this? If you're going to go forward, why don't you, like, dodge as you go forward, and me and Kaylin will, like, hold various attacks. How's that sound to you?
Doll stealthily dodge forward. Is that the suggestion?
No,
Why-
just dodge. Pretty much.
I have a.
Just how does Shadow's strength drain work with wild shape if I shift back?
I don't know, actually.
not entirely
'Cause-
sure, but I would say that for making it as terrifying as possible, that even the strength drain would drain your core attributes. It wouldn't affect it would affect basically both. So if you were a bear and you were drained, you'd lose the 2 points in the bear form, but also once reverted, until you've got a long rest, Thermand in his core form would also have the drain in effect as well.
Well, that's brutal.
I have
I've
a team
got
so I can
16
step
strength.
forward.
Who's and I don't actually use it for any of my attacking. I'm mostly a spellcasting attacker. Anybody else rocking a decent strength score?
I have a summon that can just scout ahead. It's invisible, it has dark vision, it's a devil itself, it is expendable.
That sounds useful.
That
Sounds
sounds
like
a
a
lot less
plan.
painful.
We only had somebody who had a rock that could summon earth elementals.
I know, right? I've just found one of those in my bag too.
I think it's only useful once.
Because apparently I missed a very interesting session.
Oh Yeah, you
Yeah.
did.
Could I send my invisible imp forward whilst having telepathic communion with it?
Absolutely. So as the caller reaches out and begins tearing a little hole in the fabric of reality to bring the imp forward, he comes on forward, but he doesn't look the way he normally would. He seems sluggish, milky-eyed, and more atrophied than usual. You get the distinct feeling that you're not in Kansas anymore. He's apparent, he's there, but his speed is halved, and he possibly can't survive in this environment for too much longer.
Oh, shoot.
All right, put him away. Let's forget it. All right, so let's try
Ian's
to get
forcing
through this
ahead.
as quick as possible. So, Lara, let me go in front.
Well, hold on. Let's go back to your other idea.
Look, if the imp will not suffice, I could send a Balgura forward.
Yeah, but
Get
Will
the
that fit?
distinct feeling that this is a very tight series of tunnels.
The variety.
Have we passed any remains or anything like that? Any skeletons or freshly passed away folks?
Nothing of the sort.
Knackers.
All right,
does it look like a really clean cave? Like, is there dust and dirt around, or?
Look, it looks ancient. There's no real dust. All the surfaces of rock are extremely hard, almost to a glassy finish. It almost like there doesn't seem to be any dust that would seem like dirt or loose debris. Back where we were before, where there was a well, there were some loose pebbles around that Sterling was able to make use of. But yeah, it's becoming a relatively alien landscape.
Fair enough. And I'm not too familiar with air elementals, but does Earthglide let them move through this area without, having to worry about size?
Earthglide does go through loose earth. It's whether or not this is, from what we can see so far, because you came in a little bit late, there is a bunch of dancing lights that are up at the moment, but they seem to be very ineffective. They're very kind of demurred, and if Kaylin tries to send one away from herself, it just gets consumed and just ends up completely extinguished. So there's the idea that perhaps you're not on the original plane that you're on before.
Even Kaylin's dark
Right.
vision and magical dark vision is not working as well as it should be.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so I get the impression then that if I do go with Wayne's idea of something that Earth Elemental, it's gonna fade quickly.
it may not even come at all. Let's just. Okay, let me ask this question: why are we in these caves? Like, is there? Are we being silly?
Because
Should we just
fun.
head back and go fuck this?
I've dropped up.
The players want fun, but Sterling's going. Is it worth it? Like, what are we actually doing here? Is this a
Lara
shit-
would probably forge ahead, so despite
What, despite what's
it's
already
my
happened?
floor, alright?
All right. Okay.
This is a temple to a dragon god of death, essentially.
Yeah.
I thought this
Valenbrin's
was
pretty
If you
curious.
find a dragon,
fair enough.
this might have some clues on how to do so.
I thought this was the dragon god of Marvin from Hitchhiker's Guide. Okay, guys. Sterling's gonna go left, so nobody go north or right. He's going to dodge and hold his crossbow up. He'll dodge, and do you guys want to make sure that you're within whatever range to see and just hold various weapon attacks?
Nice.
Okay, I'm gonna stow my rapier and pull out my good trusty Vecna crossbow.
Nice. We'll let
Alright.
Sterling forge ahead a little bit and kind of follow in tow, just so we don't get too crazy too quick.
All right, guys. It's curving again, and then we got another stupid pathway.
I
Indeed.
reach out and put my hand on Sterling's shoulder and just be like, this is where I saw it.
All right, so Sterling's gonna pull out a piece of chalk. And he's
Nice.
just gonna write on the wall. He's gonna write on the wall like just various different numbers
Awesome.
and letters. So just so he knows that, like, if he's come across this way before,
Fantastic. So a quick series of alphanumerical characters, unique enough to be something, although devoid of artistic merit, it's extremely practical.
Yeah, it should be fully functional. All right, we keep going left.
Okay. So as he continues on, so there is that path up to the north, and Sterling's heading off through to back to the west.
Well, I'm not entirely sure whether or not we've come this way, so now I'm getting just a little like concerned.
Sure.
And
There are species of demon, such as shadow demons, that can phase through solid matter.
so
So
this looks like this stairs the way out. Did we come here before?
as Sterling's walking through, he can notice that there's snowfall up on these stairs, and the stairs look extremely familiar. This looks like the same set of stairs that you entered via.
All right, we've done a circle.
I'm back. I Discord dropped out on me. That was annoying.
All right, out the way. Pardon.
Set
Pardon
of
me.
stairs
Pardon
we
me.
came in.
That is the way you came in.
All right. All right, so where Philibrin is where he's written some
That's right.
chalk,
Yes.
and then where he is now, he'll write some more chalk, and he'll just like we'll see whether or not we missed a pathway. Woo.
Sure. So as you're heading up, this starts to feel very familiar. As you're forging ahead, you can see or quickly see the opening cavern coming before you and the same well that you came
Well.
across before.
Okay, so let's just have a look.
Might get
This is just dead
who's a bit further back. I might go with Kaelin actually. Kaelin, can you give me an intelligence check?
Come through.
I'm sure it will soon. 18. Very nice roll. So while everyone's moving forward and kind of backtracking and realizing, damn it, we've gone back on a circle, you manage to keep your wits, and a sense of direction seems to help you. You get the strangest sensation tugging you to move back in this general direction and start moving towards where Thermand is. Because
By
you,
yourself, though.
as your vision is a little bit better than those, as you're glancing down the hallway here, you can swear that you see something moving. It's long, dragging, almost like the trail of the end of a cloak. But as you fix your eyes for just a second, you could swear that that cloak was made out of black feathers.
Kaylin kind of starts just.
Frothing.
Yeah, Kaylin just starts moving. She's just gone into a zone suddenly and is following it.
Where's the caller gone?
I'm with you.
Mm,
Are you underneath?
Oh, yeah,
you're way far away. Yep.
Here we
There's
go. I'll
another
pop her
cat
in.
back here.
Got it.
There's
The
no
mum would have
continuing
seen
on.
me just go into a day and start walking one way.
Sterling, you can go ahead. Go up.
Up here.
If you move any faster, I'm going to have to throw a dagger at you.
All right. Sterling is going to grab Kaylin, like physically grab her. What did we learn from Laura's mistake?
Huh? And Kaylin's just gonna look at him. What? I thought I saw something.
Well, why don't you? How about I go in front of you and tell me which direction you think we should be going?
Okay. What?
Which direction do you think we should be going?
I don't. We've come to four. Did I see the cloak go right or left?
This is as far as you saw it come. It
And what
was
did you
leading in this direction, but you lost sight of it very quickly.
Okay. Can I like look at the walls and see if there's like any markings on them
Sure.
that I might recognize or?
Yeah, give me a perception roll and see how you go.
While she's doing that, Sterling's going to write another number on the wall over here.
Perfect. So Kaylin inspecting and looking around, a little bit fervent, driven almost to find more information. There's nothing there. Nothing that appears to be an indication or a mark that's been left. Sterling leaving another series of alphanumeric characters in play as well. Okay.
Guys, I'm gonna head northeast.
Before you head north,
anybody's got objections?
before you head northeast, this thing rolled terribly. That was actually a natural one on its stealth. You hear it's like a pained moan just coming up from the from this direction, and before long, this kind of hovering visage comes before. It just seems baleful and moaning. It's doing nothing to hold its to stop itself from being seen. I'm just going to get everyone to roll initiative for me on this one. Bear with me while I get this up.
Oh, please don't be a Bodak.
What the fuck is a Bodak?
What the fuck
Oh,
is a
you do
Bodak?
not want to know.
Because of Bodak.
It will fuck you up.
Yeah.
Did Kaylin get off her Eldritch
Yeah.
Oh
Blast?
yeah.
Dearest DM.
Yep. Go just roll again and add the
don't
right
duplicate.
number in there. That was a good one.
Why didn't it come on?
Oh shit,
Oh,
sorry, I
nice.
was a bit held up. I would have been like up here.
I rolled the exact same anyway. Hilarious.
Ah, great.
17.
Damn it.
Did Kaylin get off her Eldritch Blast that she was holding for anything that appears, or?
So
I'm
that's around
gonna
the
I'm
corner.
gonna give everyone a shot to take a crack at this one.
Take a crack at.
Do we want to do it in
The
You'll see
thing
initiative
it
that's
soon
order?
hiding
enough.
up here.
Do we want to do it in initiative order?
Let me just change this around a bit. Whoops.
Why
no
did your
descending.
initiative? Did you re-roll?
Okay. So the caller comes through first with the 23, which is nice. It's a tight squeeze, but I would say she could probably jostle her way past Thermand and Kaelin, maybe up to the stairs just over here, and would have a shot over the shoulder of Sterling.
Ah, yes, I can see it. She will do so.
Excellent. I'm not rolling for
Should come out
Nesno.
with-
He's chicken shit and is hanging at the back.
Lindbrin uses her drow hand signaling to Nesnar and just says, "Protect me."
He diligently turns around and brings up the rear. Oh, nice. Okay. So 19. Oh, I got to remember the AC for this thing. That will hit. So 10 points of Eldritch damage straight off the bat. And a 21,
21
which
hit.
will also hit, yes.
Bringing out the purple beams. Made
Nice.
disco made.
Disco mage in effect. Did you want to roll the damage for the 21? Ah, there we go. Another 10. Beautiful.
Consistency.
So the caller managing to get a bead on this thing and just quickly lancing over both shoulders of Sterling, both of the beams burrowing deep into this thing. It's beautifully done. It's almost like a little bit of a crack team.
I will repel it 20 feet as well.
Oh, okay. That works out pretty good, actually. So as she hits it and it flings back, it seems to disappear back into the shadow.
Ah, does she recognize this as a shadow demon?
I'm going to say in the heat of the battle, hard to tell.
How many minutes has it been that we've been traversing? Just because I'm keeping an eye on my spells.
Sure. So I'd say at this point, it's probably a good 30 to 40 minutes in. It hasn't been, it's been very active, so you guys are trudging along.
Are we still in initiative, or because we can't see it, can we?
It's still in initiative,
No.
but it's still alive. It's just out of range. That brings us over to Lara.
Okay, we're gonna go curiosity. 1, 2. Okay, oh fuck a duck.
So from there, you can see next to the original shadowy figure is one that you're becoming quite familiar with. Another one of these ones that managed to get hold of you before and leave its mark.
And based on that, it's going to be the one I will shoot
Okay.
first because didn't like it. Alrighty. 9.
So as she grabs hold of her first crossbow, a little bit of fear begins to seep in, and the first shot shoots wide. She's getting a bit nervous. It seems
It's
that
getting worse.
the nerves are really starting to take hold. The second shot managing also to shoot wide.
Alrighties. Practice makes perfect.
It does. Finding resolve and managing to steady her aim, this final bolt finds its home, quickly smacking into the center of its mass, or what could be considered mass, and it quickly dissipates. They don't have a lot of strength to them.
What happened to the bolt? What happened to the bolt?
The bolt just continued on. You'd expect to see it kind of embedded in the wall or back into the rear of the cave, but you can't see that far.
Okay. Yep, and just moving up against the edge of the wall.
Okay.
I'm not having a great time.
Oh dear. All right. The thing that was in the shadows before steps forward again and closes in on Lara. Sterling being able to barely see kind of what's going on up ahead. Let's see what this thing's going to do. With 30. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Does it miss?
Let's see. So, as this thing bears down on Lara, you hear this rising, incoherent, absolute insane babble starting to flow out of its mouth. It just seems to keep pervading and pecking away at your brain, seeping in through the ears and trying to get hold within your mind. Let's see if this comes up. So this needs Lara, Sterling, and the caller to roll a wisdom save for me of DC 14. Oh no.
Fucking
Oh
duck.
no.
Cool.
But she saves. I would say Ilmater saves, but it feels like the wrong deity.
Yes.
Timora is the goddess of luck.
So for Sterling and for Lara, it's 9 points of psychic damage as this incoherent babbling just starts pecking away and getting into your mind. And both of you are stunned until the end of your next turn. Whereas the caller only takes half of the 9 damage, rounding down, and is not affected. She is not stunned.
Very well.
That'll bring us over to Kaylin.
Oh shit! I rolled a 20. I had advantage.
Got him in at 11, but
That's weird.
that's right.
Why
Look,
did that not come through? No, that's
That's
fine.
all right.
I can sit back and
you'll be up pretty quick.
like. Yeah, exactly.
All right, so as Kaylin's forging forward, you'd be able to slip past Sterling if you wish to try and get a line through on this entity that's now hovering in front of a very stunned Lara.
The caller will wince and then call back. You call that a psychic assault? I once walked into the Arch Hierophant in the public baths.
I love it.
Kalen's gonna protectively in front of Sterling and is just gonna oldie but goodie to the Eldritch Blast.
Nice. A 21 and a 17. Ooh. So Kaelin, being protective and not allowing the oncoming Demeter to get any hold, or who knows what the hell it is, both of her Eldritch Blasts finding home and smacking into the center of it. The thing seems to ignite and glow with the Eldritch energy for just a second before it just pops and dissipates and is gone.
Does that snap Sterling and Lara out of it?
Not until the end of their next round. Or not until the next round. Once they get through this round, then they will be no longer stunned.
Kaelin's just gonna kind of like do a little slappy on Sterling, like, oi, 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 oi. Trying to wake him up.
That would require an action, but he seems pretty safe for now. We're not quite out of combat just yet. Fel, anything that you would like to do?
I'm gonna have a. There's nothing obvious where I am, I suppose. So I'm gonna try and shimmy forwards to get a better view. It doesn't really help. I'm gonna
Absolutely.
move back here. I'm just gonna see if I can actually see or sense anything.
Sure. Roll perception for me. Nice. Excellent roll. So, Felin, instead of using her vision to try and pick up what's going on, you kind of put your ear towards the ground and listen, and you can hear faintly beyond Sterling, Kaelin, and Lara, something's there. You can hear almost incoherent whispering that seems to be coming from down in that direction.
He says, has anyone actually made contact with something? I heard a lot of noise. Has anyone seen anything?
You note at that time that Sterling looks very visibly dazed. The caller definitely seems on edge, and Kaelin seems poised for combat as well.
Yeah, I will just...
You'll never get a better chance to kill Sterling than now.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, you've been a good boy, really, haven't you? Like, you haven't put a knife to her throat or anything like that. So, it's a mutual agreement, a tradesman's agreement. I think, yeah, there's not much she's gonna do really. If yeah, I think I'll just ready an action to release Sacred Flame if I see anything that looks badass.
Nice.
I guess.
Very nice. Okay, Thermand, anything that you'd like to add in there?
Alright, I'm gonna move up with the others and have a nosy on what's going on.
Sure, you could probably just get, up to that point there. So peering through and trying to look through the obfuscating and just thick clouding darkness, there doesn't seem to be anything that's immediately in front of you.
Let's see. I'm gonna reach into my bag of tricks and pull out a...
Ooh.
Cool. That actually might be handy in this
natural
size.
one.
Shit, I did. I noted down what all these do. Well, and I can't remember where I kept my notes.
Let's see if I can recall.
I feel like it's a rat or something, or a weasel.
I think it's a weasel. Yep. Okay. So as you reach into the bag of tricks and pull out the little furry ball, rolling it down onto the ground to send your little furry friend forward to help do some reconnaissance, you notice the ball moves languidly and the form of the weasel kind of expands out. It looks oily, the eyes opaque and milky. It literally takes a few steps forward and just seems to disappear into ash. No, my weasel.
Oh, shit. Bag of weasels.
We don't have a bag of weasels in this game.
No, this was just Duke Weaselton.
Oh.
Oh.
I don't even know. I can't even remember who named him, but
I feel like that was a Kalen one.
Yeah.
Dave Holding, try to retrieve it on the bag. Whenever you retrieve it on the bag,
Yeah, I know what a
Oh,
bag
right.
of weasels
Yeah.
is, man. I've had it happen in a game. It's not fun.
that sounds awesome.
It's not.
Like, for anyone but the person that actually has it.
Imagine
Well-
picking out what you thought was a health potion. You pick out a weasel and you squeeze it a little too hard or drop it down on the ground and it breaks because it's a potion.
Anything that you'd like to do with
okay.
your action or well, that was an action. Is there anything with a bonus action that you'd like to do?
That's what I was just thinking. Like, that was my action. Nope, that's it. That's me.
Okay. Brings us to Sterling, who now snaps out of the stunned state, regaining his composure and being back on the front. What would you like to do?
You said it happens at the end of the round, doesn't it?
I think it's at the end of your round, or at the end of your turn.
Yep. So I get to the end of my turn, I come out of it, but that's my turn.
Okay, gotcha. All right.
So it's someone else's turn now.
Yep, that's the caller. She's back up. So you can see everyone seems to be well and truly entrenched off to this kind of section over to the west. But there is another pathway that is heading over towards the east behind you as well.
Don't we want to clear out the one tunnel first?
Well, we want to go this way. It's just we got attacked from this way.
I know, but since we're here, why don't we just see what's on where the wanders?
Yeah, I will. I will advance in the current tunnel.
Sure. Let's say you could probably get one space in front of Thermand just to make it practical.
Okay.
Excellent. So, as she's holding her position there, you can see ever so slightly in the darkness, not far, standing there is another one of these shadowy apparitions.
I shall Eldritch Blast it.
Okay.
$22 to hit.
22 will hit. And what is your damage? Oh, there he goes.
Ooh.
Nice. 12 points of damage. As her purple beam coalesces and fires off into the center of the mass of this thing, again, it lights up ever so briefly with eldritch energy and vaporizes altogether.
Oh.
Anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
No. I was gonna blast it again, but I guess not.
No, it's not there anymore. So back to Lara. She's able to come out of her stunned state and is now back to her full capacity. Whereas now, one more of these shadowy apparitions closes in on the caller, reaching out to try and make some sort of contact with her, but fails to do so.
Uh-huh.
Kaylin, you're up.
Did I just see caller recoil from something? Because I can see the caller, but I can't actually see it.
You can ever so slightly see something down here. So with shifting, I would say you'd be able to get a little line of sight by being able to jostle and move into, a snug position there next to Lara.
Eldritch Blast that.
It's an Eldritch Blast party.
It's 12 hit.
12 hits. 9 points of force damage. It hits and it recoils, but it is still there. It hasn't dissipated.
Did the second hit come through? So there was both of them.
Oh, both are 12. And that also hits. And one is for 6 and one is for 9. Again, it's obliterated with the barrage of Eldritch energy. It just, again, vanishes and seems to be no longer on this material plane. That brings us out of combat. So Sterling forging ahead, having a look up to the north. You can see that this way is blocked. There is no further way to advance in that direction.
Anybody good at looking at hidden things? Or can they look at the blocked section, see if there's anything hidden there?
Look at hidden
What are we
things.
looking for?
I don't know, like if it's blocked, is there anything underneath the rubble? Is there a hidden passage or something?
I've got a plus 8 to
yeah.
perception with advantage.
Go for it. Roll
Yes, that
perception.
makes-
See what you can see.
That makes it very good. Maybe you can find out why it's blocked.
Yep.
An 18 is nice.
2 18s, I guess.
It looks like it's crumbled in a long time ago. It is solid rock.
Okay, where Sterling is now, he'll write some more stuff down
Okay.
on the wall. And then, like, dodging sort of thing.
hmm You can see very much the same in this area here. It's collapsed in and looks very similar to what you've seen in the previous little collapsed tunnel as well.
Alright, going down.
Okay.
Anybody, are you guys coming forward or?
Yeah, sorry, I was just AFK.
Gonna look up
Sure.
to the north a bit more, eh?
Yeah.
Have we been, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up to the north as well.
Are we splitting the party, are we?
Wow. Wasn't my idea.
So as Sterling gets to that point, I'll just drag you through because there's another spot just on the other side here. I'll bring Lara through as well.
Thank you. I've
Right.
lost.
Oh, there you are.
Guys, where's everyone? Go!
I've lost Phil and Britton. Simon, where are you?
Oh, this is perfect.
I'm checking out to the north.
Not where I am. Like,
I
I
can
went
still
north.
see
and
Nez
then
now.
fucking- Oh yeah. There you go.
Alright, I guess we're
shit.
splitting. Just drag yourself up a bit. Use the alt.
Yeah,
Use,
I had accidentally snapped. Wasn't great.
Demand, are we pressing forwards, or did you
What?
want to?
Yeah, let's take a look.
Yeah.
Shall we head
Let's
south?
see. We'll let Thermand and Felbrin forge forward a little bit. Let's go with Thermand. Take 6 squares forward to take you 30 feet of movement, and then we'll move over to who's leading the second team.
oh,
So as
oh.
Thermand's looking through.
is there something? Is there something in the distance that we should shoot? Did we just see something go past it? A shadow in the distance?
Go ahead and give me a perception roll.
Oh god, can I make one as well, or just Sterling?
Just Sterling. Actually, both of you can go for it.
Sterling
Something
can have
that-
a try. Helen's looking too.
Ah, Lara doesn't see anything, and Sterling doesn't see much. But you do think that you see something moving up ahead. Do you want to take a shot?
Absolutely.
Okay. Lara and Sterling, give me 1 attack each. Oh, that'll hit. And that'll miss. Thermand, you feel in the side of your body a bolt out of nowhere slams into the side of your ribs, and Felin Bryn feels something whistle past the front of her face.
Oh no.
What?
Oh, god damn it.
What? I thought it was a shadow.
That's 25 points
why
of
you
damage to Thermand. The overhead hang that is hanging over the pathway. Thermand and Felin Bryn making...
Does Thermand get a reaction to that?
I guess so. Go ahead and roll me perception.
As the party ends, as they kill each other, the caves
of 16. So with that, you peer over the edge of the overhang that you're passing over, and manage to make out some figures that are in the distance. They look vaguely like figures that you recognize, but it's up to you what your reaction is.
Shadowy figures.
Whoop. Did the math wrong on that one. That should be 34. I just got hit for nearly half of my hit points. I'm gonna hit back with Tidal Wave.
Oh my god, this got better!
Oh dear. So Thermand, freaking out at the impact of the bolt, turning and just raising his hand up to the sky, making a somatic and verbal gesture with a small drop of water on his fingers. He sends a torrent of water heading down towards, actually, Sterling and Lara. And Kaelin, if you guys can make a dexterity save for me.
Wait. Which way were we shooting? I thought we were shooting south. Are we shooting north or south?
North was the only way that there was any movement. Oh, nice.
Oh, I thought we were shooting
Kaelin,
south.
no.
Wait, what do I gotta make?
Dex save.
Dex save.
Which you should be alright with.
Oh god.
Okay,
Oh
I think
god.
it's
Not as
it's
good as
only
I should
10.
be.
Nice.
That's okay.
So all except for Kaelin passed their dex save, taking 10 points of bludgeoning damage as the water smashes into her, and half for Sterling and Lara. At this point, with the shrieking and shouting, Thermand quickly realizes, as does Sterling and Lara realize, that this is friendly fire.
I mean, you're really lucky that he threw that bit in there, because the next thing is a lightning javelin that follows that up.
I think you're lucky that Lara missed, because if both of us hit you, you would have been like...
Oh, one was going for Felin as well.
Yeah, I know. What was Lara going to hit with? 19. I would have lived through that.
Plus
It's
4.
20, yeah, it's 23.
I've still got 34 health. So
Because I wasn't expecting it.
Thermand, is that you? Careful, we saw a shadow up when you were...
Try to yell back, but I got a bolt in my lung.
Helen's just spluttering because she just got a face full of water, like...
Just walk...
so head to toe, like...
just take 2 steps forward. You're like, fuck that.
Just walk it off. Walk it off.
Oh, God. So with that, you guys have realized now that there is an overhang over the top that your party members are moving towards. I'm going to hand this back to Sterling and Lara and Kaelin to do a bit of further reconnaissance, and Sterling quickly finding another caved-in area up to the north, which is blocking off the direction there.
All right, so for us, there's an option we can continue south. Is that correct?
There is, yes.
Yeah.
All right, so talk to the guys up there. Guys, are you going to... What do you want to do? I think splitting is a bad idea because we're likely to kill each other.
Jump on down. Join us.
I mean,
Limbrin says, I couldn't agree more. And
my
sort
first
of just
impression is I would
glares.
love somebody to cast Cure Wounds on me.
Jesus.
That fucking hurt.
Please check your equipment.
Does anybody have a bolt? No. Oh, there's my bolt. Can you pass that down, thanks? Or is that keeping the blood from pouring out?
You're gonna need to help me with that one. Just pull it out yourself. I'm checking my equipment. And
Check and see if you got any healing potions or shit.
No potions. I have healing. Use mine.
Yeah, the caller's got a healer kit. Sterling should have a healer kit.
Yeah, but that stabilizes. That doesn't actually heal anything.
Okay.
The Drow Cleric obviously doesn't have any healing capabilities.
I have healing spells and I have magic.
Oh yes, and we have I mean, you can go rest your head in the busty bosom for a minute.
Sounds like a
Gonna
tavern.
I'm gonna go have a nap for 8 hours. Just sort this out.
Let's get some hit dice. All right. So, hey, what is the plan? Are we going to explore south, or are we going to climb up this thing and join you guys? What are we doing?
We could go
Heal you
back.
for 9 hit points. First.
Legend. Thank you.
Do you need-
Felimbrin is keen to head down into the depths, but that's just instinct.
Or do you guys want to just hang there for a few minutes while we check what's down south? Maybe you want to rest or something for a minute or two.
Yeah,
Down south.
so just to answer Sam. Oh. There. Jesus. Isaac's question. No, I'm good. Like, so long as I'm above, like, 40, and I can tank any reasonable hit,
Yeah,
I'm gonna be, like, wild chipping on and off.
Yeah, I've just healed well, after the 9, I healed an 8.
Oh,
So there you go.
well, thank you. I'm back up to 51.
All right. So again,
I'm
are we
feeling
going
feeling much
south,
better.
or
Sterling, I'm
are we separating? What are we
keeping your
doing?
bolt.
No, that's my favorite bolt, Betsy.
You'll get it back later.
Felimbrin says, I am going to stand behind the sharp end of any snipers. She looks at both Lara and Sterling.
No, don't look at me. I shot what I wanted. I didn't even got close to you.
I'd expect nothing less from a human.
Harsh.
Claws are out.
It doesn't mean anything to me. Like, it washes over me. I'm a soldier.
All right.
Yes, so South, you reckon? You are the expert tracker here.
No, I don't. I'm not a tracker. I'm only offering opinion. Do we want to split up? Do you guys want to wait? Do you want to come south? Do you want to go you want us to climb up to where you are?
Alright, if we're trying to look around or pay attention to our surroundings, can we get any idea of or indication of a preferable way to go?
Hmm.
I don't see how, unless we
Investigate the tomb a bit better.
just walk around. I don't know what else
Well-
like there's no symbols, all right?
I know, I did just flood the entire downstairs area with.
That's It's only 10 foot. It's a 10-foot
Um,
wave.
Yeah, it's not bad, and it's petered out, and the water's starting to wash down the length.
It's 10 foot. It's 10 foot wide and 10 foot tall and 30 foot long. That's a lot of water.
It is a lot of
30 foot
water.
long.
Yeah.
Well, this hallway's cleaner than it ever was before. So
Squeaky clean.
And then have a look on the walls
That's
and see.
3,000 cubic feet of water.
What was that again? Sorry, Kaylin?
Can Kaylin look along the walls for any recognizable markings? Not so she speaks Thieves' Cant and Undercommon and Elvish.
Sure.
There's a few different
Give me a perception
okay.
roll. Let's see what you can find.
options.
This is-
It's a
it's
good
this
roll.
weird chalk box.
Yeah, that's true. Looking
Actually
around your
washed
immediate
off.
area,
Anymore.
there are
Oh, we
no
got
markings, there are no runes, there are no inscriptions, there's no sign of any incision or scratch or scrape in any of the rock faces that are surrounding you.
for a temple. This place is awfully barren of religious markings.
Mm. So how would you
Alright.
guys like to continue on? Do you want to have two scouting parties to try and feel out the rest of this this structure, or everyone's moving in one direction?
I think it's a bad idea to split the party because once we run into whoever actually owns this place, I don't think you want one people to otherwise only half of us are gonna be able to take it on.
I completely agree.
So
Yeah.
again, do you want us to join you, or do you want to come down here?
Oh, we'll come down there then.
Flip a coin.
Where are you?
Someone
flip a
roll a
coin.
D2.
Yeah, can you see me?
Yeah, I'll
No.
roll a. I'll
Thing?
roll a d20. 1 to 10
Oh,
is
yeah.
go south. 10 to or 11. 10 up is going
yeah.
to be go north. So rolling,
Sounds good.
and it's a 3.
South it is.
Your call. It is your call.
South.
I know the direction.
Yeah.
On the
What was that, Lara?
I'd like to actually come to my senses a little and drag out my navigator tool
Okay.
Oh god.
and cartographer tools and try and map out
Nice.
where
Nice.
we go from here.
Do you have a compass in your kit as well?
I will check.
Probably. I would imagine for a navigator or cartographer there would be some sort of compass.
One moment.
she gets the sextant out and looks for the stars.
That's it, inside a tunnel.
I need to look far. I'm right here.
All right, the Thamon and Caller and Nesna, do you want to climb down, please?
I'm gonna like
Yeah, I'll help
shout out as I come around the corner, like, yo, it's only me.
Drag him down.
Settle down.
Here, Thaman, I'll grab you and bring you in just to make it a bit easier. Here we go.
Thank you. Cheers.
All right.
So Sterling
So
continues.
Sterling's going forward.
I should note now that as Lara's pulled out her tools and is probably looking at a compass, while she's trying to gain some direction and some purpose, as she pulls out the compass, she notices that magnetic north does not seem to exist. The pointer of the compass is just spinning around and around and around and seems to be accelerating.
Man, I've been rewatching Stranger Things recently, like all this week, and this is just us in the Upside Down.
All right. So get to
Going
this. Junk-
south, quotation marks.
yeah.
South in quotation marks.
Get the chalk out, write some stuff on all the walls.
Nice.
And then we have a choice: left, right, or
That's it. Left or right, or
let's just go.
quotation marks
East.
west
I'm gonna
or
go
east.
left. I'm gonna go-
East.
I'll go. Okay, apparently I'm going east.
Okay.
Oh wait, is that east?
Yes.
So as Sterling's moving forward, you're noticing more rubble and a little bit more structure going in this direction. Another set of stairs that seem to be descending and more rubble and loose rock that are around this area.
All right, get to the stairs, search for traps.
Okay. Go ahead and either
Or
perception.
hazards.
Yeah, perception or investigation, depending if you want to look or feel. Nice. You don't see any traps whatsoever.
Sterling's about looking before. What's it? Look before you touch, touch before you fondle, fondle before you something else.
Nice.
All right, down the stairs he goes.
So as Sterling's forging on, at this point, I'm going to get you to roll initiative.
Like,
Back the truck up,
just-
Lara.
Just Sterling, or
No, everyone. Let's pull everyone up forward a little bit. If everyone's moving in this direction, then we'll just kind of pull
Oh my
everyone up.
god. Oh my god.
that's weird. Why is that not rolling with? What?
Disadvantage. Oof.
How did I do that? Well, the first one was 21 with advantage, but I only rolled once, and then the second time was
Did you press control?
yeah.
No, but did it roll it twice?
Oops. I got you.
Yeah, it rolled it twice, but only gave you the highest one. Because if you look at the formula, it says you rolled a 1, and you rolled a 19. No, that doesn't seem right. That's
It
weird.
was.
Either way.
I rolled that twice.
Why?
Also, wait, that's weird. Like 19 plus 9 plus 2. All right, I rolled it
Yeah, you
twice
also.
in the same box.
Yeah,
If
that's
you've got
weird.
advantage on initiative, it automatically includes it
Yep.
in your roll.
Yeah, so it
Yeah.
doesn't same as the others. But I don't know why it gave me disadvantage on the other one.
Doesn't matter.
You might have hit Alt or Shift or some bullshit.
Nope. Every time I hold control now, it gives me disadvantage. That's weird.
It always does.
Yeah, it's meant to. Try Alt and see what that does.
Alt gave it to me normally, and now I've got advantage again. And what?
And shift is advantage.
Try Shift.
You
Hmm,
might want to fix your turn command.
should give me advantage.
Change your thing on the whatever it's called.
Eh,
I got you.
no, cheers.
All right. Out of Kaelin
How
and
is 20?
Thamant, who's got the higher dex between the two of you?
I got a +1.
Okay, I'm gonna
I've
guess
got
it's
a
Kaylin. Okay, we'll pop Kaylin. Kaylin's in at the top of the round.
Like Tony Boy for answer. Yep. Know who that is.
We know what. Okay, Kaylin, you're up. So
Wow.
Sterling, looking forward, can see the vaguest outline of one of these shadows in the very in the very near vicinity.
Yeah. I can just see it as well. I don't want to waste spells on these things.
Or do you?
No. Ooh!
All right.
Second.
That's a crit. So managing to fire off, beautiful accuracy. The one that seems to be within vision is completely annihilated. Again, just lighting up with that eldritch energy springing forth from your hands and just completely and utterly vaporizing upon impact. Is there anything else that you would like to do with your movement or bonus action?
I'm just gonna kind of squeeze in to this like little alcove, just a little bit here,
Okay.
and get past.
Nicely done. Brings us over to Thermand.
Gonna be honest, I'm not sure which one Kaylin's in, but south or north? South.
She's south by the looks of it.
Yeah.
Great.
That's it.
Thank you. Alright, so I was right here. I'm
So
trying to
you
map
could,
out.
you could probably get to either one square in front of Sterling or side by side with Sterling.
I know, I'm trying to map it out, but I can't see it.
That's all right. It's
That
hard
makes it a bit
pressed.
more difficult.
That's one of the things with this area. The vision is not easy to take into consideration.
10. Alright.
That's it. So from here, you can... Oh, for some strange reason, you can't see it. What the heck? I'm going to say you can see this. Right here, you can see that there is another shadow just out of reach of melee, but it is definitely right there. I can just move it here so you can see it.
No, we both could see it.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
good.
we can see it. It was just in like the faded kind of bit.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we can see it. And there looks like some dude dead on the ground on the right there.
There is a body. There's a couple of bodies in here.
I see 2.
Yeah.
All right.
Just
Thorn
21
whip.
hit.
That will hit. So Thermand kind of conjuring out the thorn whip and managing to lash out and smash into the shadow for 9 points of damage. It's a good hit, but it's still there.
I don't have a bonus action that lets me deal damage. Damn it.
Okay.
That's
That brings us to
unfortunate.
our shadows.
Dylan, you're up.
The next round is the shadows. So Thermand being at the
shit.
forefront, the shadow closes, as does a second to come up. 15, 20. As the two more start to close in on Sterling. Let's see if they
God.
have any chance. The first two coming towards Thermand. So a 16 and a 13.
18.
18. Neither of them finding purchase, both of them scrabbling wildly at Thermand, but he's able to push them back with one hand and keep them from taking any real hold. The other two coming towards Sterling. A 22 and a 6. So the 20...
Was I dodging? Was I dodging still or not?
we were back into combat, so I'm going to say not dodging for this round.
That's cool. Alright, so obviously the 6 misses, 8 hits, and then I take 2 points of strength drain.
2 points of strength drain. Oh,
Okay,
I'm just
still alright.
choking here.
Cool.
That brings us over to Lara.
Okay. I'm not loving this. But my precious has a feature. I think it's about time to use it. So, just gotta find this. I'm going to, probably a waste, but cast Necrotic Magic Missile.
Ooh, nice.
This is one of my bow's fun features.
It is. So I believe it's
So you
3
create
darts that it will create.
3 glowing darts of magic necrotic energy. Each dart hits the creature of choice and deals 1d4 plus 1.
Nice. So how would you like to spread them out? Do you want them across 3 different targets, or do you want to hone in on one specific target?
I was going to do the 3 different targets and hope it sort of scared them off, because every time we sort of hit them, they didn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 1, 2, and 3.
Excellent. So the 3 of them firing off like heat-seeking missiles. The first one hitting for 3 points of necrotic damage, smashing into it. Doesn't seem all that perturbed, but it's taken damage.
The second?
Yep. Do you want to roll for the next?
Oh, I individually roll?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, I
some
didn't know.
some DMs will do it differently. Some say 1, 4, 3, and some will say roll separately. So I've had people tell me different things depending on that. And
Everyone does their own.
Having one.
Yeah, no one knows.
One would be
Okay,
nice and
so
quick.
I did
Or 2. Okay.
2 damage. And another 2 damage.
Wow.
2.
Okay.
It really does 1d4.
It's a magic missile.
That's right. But it all adds up. It all adds up. So as they all smash in and do their respective damage, it definitely all adds up. What was that? Hey,
One of those
why is
have
it
1
reset?
health left. Come on.
And I am, just to complete my turn, going to move forward and take my bonus action to shoot
Okay.
the lovely one on the end.
Fantastic. Go for it.
Because technically I use my bow for that. So 23 with 18 plus 4, so that's 22 damage.
Beautiful. So as the shot rings out true, hitting the center mass, it just vanishes back into ash, and the ash itself just fading into the air around it. Very efficient.
Alrighty, and that is the end of my turn.
Brings us over to Sterling.
Sterling lifts his hand crossbow. Seems heavier than normal, and then tries and shoots them, and shoot the ones in front of him and sees if it dies, then moves on.
Time for rapid
So
fire.
First one. Armor class 15 for 23 points of damage.
I believe that hits, and that one vanishes also in a puff of shadow, is completely and utterly destroyed.
Tries to, retargets, but it's just so much heavier than normal. So armor class 12 hit.
Beautiful. Close, but again, annihilating the next shadowy figure.
And then last attack. It's dead.
That
I'm
does
assuming
the
it's
trick.
12 hits.
All 3 of them managing to vanish back into the ethereal God knows what's beyond this place.
That's Sterling again done, I guess. He'll stay
Nice.
where he is, so he's done.
Brings us to the caller. We're not out of combat just yet, but the caller, you're up.
I will advance to see behind Sterling.
Okay.
Do I see anything?
I don't know. Do you see anything?
I don't see a token, but I see what looks like a corpse. So
There are corpses on the ground, but beyond that, in the darkness, you can't really make out what's going on. She's running back.
how does the party look strength-wise? Who's been?
I'm good.
My genes
Lara's
have made
is
me
up
weak.
for 2. Sterling goes up for 2.
So it looks like Sterling
feel-
and
I
Lara
feel weaker.
are both relatively diminished.
Wait, what? What?
Oh
We've-
yeah.
What the...
We've both been drained for strength, is what he's asking.
Again?
No, just the
No,
once.
no, overall.
Total.
Can I get past Sterling?
You can, yeah. So you'd be able to come up flush with Thermand.
I still don't see anyone. Okay. I will turn to Sterling and ask, are we stopping anytime soon, or are we pushing forward?
I think we should take a rest once we know this is safe.
Then I will nod, turn around, and conjure Balguro in front of me.
Ooh, Jesus.
Alright. Well,
Um,
if that's the plan, I'm going to wild shape into a direwolf and
are we
do
out
it.
of... Guys, are we out of combat yet? Because if we're not, then everybody should just move back to where they are.
Yeah, we're not out
We're
of
not
combat
out of
yet.
combat.
Alright, so then it's still Isaac's turn.
So could I have a Balguro, please?
Yes, so right in front of you, the Balgura apparating out of nowhere and thumping down onto the ground as massive, heavy, demonic ape features. Looks a little drawn and a little pallid. He's not quite his usual strength, but he's able to apparate. He's in play.
She takes note of this, but doesn't react and just says, "You there, secure the perimeter."
Nice. All right. That will bring us to something that's not quite within eyeshot just yet.
Balguro goes immediately after my turn. Can he advance forward? Maybe he can see something.
Okay, you can do. So where would you like him to advance?
Is this a wall or?
It is a wall, yes. It's a little bit hard to see. I haven't got dynamic lighting turned on for him, actually. So I'm going to say he's fumbling around a little bit in the dark, but I can help you out with that. He can kind of proceed into the darkness a little bit, and you don't hear anything of too ill a consequence. He seems okay.
He's got 120 feet of dark vision, 30 feet of blind sight, and a passive perception of 15. Assuming he is in his normal, even weakened, he should be able to be better off than the rest of us. At least I hope.
It's an unusual circumstance, but he's having a look around.
Fantastic. So his senses are dulled as well.
Okay. Let me just pull up his stats as well, just in case.
Do I have any notion about the supernatural effects here, as since we extraplanar wise?
Maybe once we're out of combat, you might be able to do a nature check to check it out.
Cool.
I'm having a hell of a time pulling up his stats. Come on.
I can link it.
Balgura.
What does...
For some reason, it doesn't want to find Balgura. That's
From strike.
Come on. There we go. That's better. Okay. Brings us over to this thing. So, I need Sterling, Lara, and the Balgura to make a wisdom saving throw for me. Ooh, Lara aces it.
Wasn't surprised.
I can roll for our Balgura friend.
Wisdom is not their strong suit.
Not really.
This makes them good minions, but it also leaves them vulnerable to precisely this sort of.
So Lara and Sterling are able to pass with flying colours. They can feel this invasive presence, and that insane babbling starting to come back again. I think it's a mass majority of 9 points of psychic, but because they resist, they're only going to take half of that, which is nice. But thundering back out of the darkness, the Balgura closes in with its affixed, maddened gaze firmly on the caller, almost like it seems to be seeking vengeance for its enslavement. It's going to go ahead and make 3 attacks at her recklessly.
Oh god.
Oh shit.
So bad.
Oh, that's a
shit.
19.
That will hit.
That's a 24.
Well, that's a hit.
And that's an 18.
Well, 38, is that? No.
What is her
No, it's
AC?
16.
Oh boy. Okay.
Ouch.
35 damage.
Oof.
I'll do the con checks.
Nice. A 16, which is nice. But yes, the 35 points of damage as it comes flailing in recklessly, smashing into the caller with its fists and biting into her, shaking her viciously for just a moment before slamming her back down onto the ground. And then all of a sudden seems to regain its composure and sits in front of her. Felin, what would you like to do?
I've got to move in and see this. I need front row seat to this. Oh wow, it's really happening in here, isn't it? Wow, look at this. So what was that? About 5, 10, 15. And what I can see is as far as I can see. Is that right?
That's correct, yes.
Okay. Oh, you know. Well. I'm just going to psych out a bit, and she suddenly sort of begins to her skin sort of withers and sinks in. She suddenly looks like the epitome of terror. Her jaws, her mouth becomes mandibles, and she is now doing her form of dread.
Very nice.
Ooh.
That's a bonus action. And as an action, I wonder if I can help anyone out. As an action, I will cast guidance on Sterling? Oh no, Kaelin, because it's touch, isn't it?
Ah.
Yep.
Yeah, Kaelin. Yep, guidance on
Guidance.
Kaelin. You got this, girl.
Nice.
So,
Shove
wow.
it forward 5 feet as you do that too.
Cool. Is there anything else that you would
that's me.
like to do? Okay, cool. Brings us back to Kaelin.
What does guidance do?
Gives you plus 1d4 to ability checks.
Cool.
Skill check.
Skill check.
I think this question was asked before, but we haven't had a long rest since our previous fight, right? It's only been a short rest.
That's right.
Okay, cool.
So Kaelin cautiously stalking down slipping past Sterling and kind of feeling out the area to try and get more of an essence as to what remains here.
What way did the Bulgara go and it got attacked? This way.
It moved a little bit further to the south around this area to try and see what's going on, and then came rampaging back.
5, 10, 15, 20, 30. See anything.
Anything you'd like to do with your action?
I'm gonna hold an Eldritch Blast until something attacks me.
Very good. Okay. Thermand, you're up next.
Can I delay my action till after Lara and Sterling?
You could hold an action. You could stipulate something that you wanted to hold.
Oh shit, I thought you could delay your turn order and move yourself back in the...
It's a tactic that I've seen in some homebrews, and one that I don't mind, but it's not something that I've implemented.
Yep, fair. Well, something's going on here. I'm going to wild shape into a direwolf.
Okay.
I might need to move over here before I do that, because, you know, they're quite large.
They are. One of these. Okay, let's swap you out. All right. Make sure you've got control.
Well, that's stat block.
You need to add some light as well.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah, I can't see anything.
Spell his name right too.
Nah, that's fine. What do we haven't named the direwolf, have we?
Dave.
Dave it is.
Foul.
Nope,
Dave the direwolf. Hello, everybody. My name's Dave. I am your direwolf.
Oh my god.
Nice. So as Thermand moves and starts stalking, his druidic abilities kind of twisting and turning his features as he begins to grow and expand, becoming much, much larger and much more wolf-like. Sitting in full, glorious direwolf form, he can see the slight outline of something over here.
Yep. I go for it.
Oh no.
Excellent. If you've got the stats, go ahead and roll for your attack.
Where's... Oh, Pack Tactics, can hear your spell. Why are there rolls on those? Oh, right. Oh shit, they've upgraded this.
Alright. A 19 grabs hold and it goes ahead to make a strength save, was it? Yes. Strength save.
Yep.
Which hopefully that comes through in a sec. Which it fails. So grabbing hold of it and trying to rip it around and throw it down to the ground, but it doesn't seem to be able to go prone. Trying to send this semi-ethereal thing down to the ground seems to have no effect. But the damage definitely takes effect. It's still up.
Can I take my held action now?
Absolutely. Now that you can see him in range, you can go ahead and unleash Eldritch Blast on him.
Sweet.
Oh, yeah. Oh, but the damage. The damage. Why? So she
takes 2.
And also hit.
Wait. It's a 10 and a 15 damage, isn't it? 2 hits. Does the 14 hit?
Oh, the 14 misses, but the 28 hits. It damages beautifully, but it's still up.
Oh, Jesus. So that was a reaction, so I still have the rest of my turn, hey?
Yes.
Well, you
Cool.
had your
You
use
attacked.
your bonus action.
I've
You
attacked.
attacked.
Yep, and your
But,
bonus
uh,
action to
you-
shift.
Yep.
So that'll bring us over to Lara.
I was just deciding if I need to move away from it.
Well,
Oh, no,
you got
you
two
guys
of
both
us
have
attack.
sharp. Yeah, you guys both have sharpshooters, so me moving doesn't
Mm-hmm.
get me out of your way. Cool.
That's right. Cool. So Lara, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to skirt around the edge. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that I can have just a bit clearer shot.
Mm-hmm.
And gonna use my baby on him. Miss. 12?
12 misses. Oh, but that doesn't.
What about that?
So
25.
the weakness in your arms and limbs start to take toll with your aim. The first two shots going wide and thudding into the wall behind the apparition, but the final hit, dead on, head level, right between the eyes. It vanishes in a lovely display of displaced, shadowy energy. That'll bring us out of combat.
Shadow confetti.
That's
And
it.
I've
Fabulous.
ended up near some. I think I can't tell what quite they are, if they're drums or whatever. I basically want to have a look around.
Sure.
I mean, this is the most interesting place we've been in so far.
So having a look around, you can see what seems to be the old vestiges of almost some sort of bastion. There are two bodies that are strewn on the floor here in old armor. To touch the armor, it literally is so rusted and corroded, it literally powders at the very touch of a finger. The weapons and long swords also have been completely and utterly destroyed. But inside these barrels, you find a grand total of 12 silver and 32 copper.
Is that all
Nice.
powder or just the ones Lara?
All silver.
All
32
together.
copper.
All together.
How dry are these bones? Like, can I work out how they were killed?
Go ahead and make an investigation to have a look.
Oh damn!
Can I try?
It's an 11.
Okay, so looking at these bodies, it's hard to tell. Looking at the damage that time has taken and this environment has taken, it's very hard to tell what killed these two beings. They've been dead for a long time, that much is sure. The remains are almost completely desiccated, and the equipment has definitely not held up the test of time.
Am I able to detect anything through like either smell or hearing for what's going on in the area? Mostly smell, but you know, you might as well throw hearing in.
Sure, again, perception roll, and let's see what he gets.
Oh man.
Okay.
Get advantage on it with this one, and
Even in this area, something doesn't feel right, even in your wolfen form. There seems to just be a disparate lack of scent or anything to follow or trail. Just doesn't feel quite right here. At this point, I'm also going to say that Kaylin gets a funny scrambling feeling in the back of her mind again. Looking up to the north, you get that same sense and see that same glimpse of what looks like the end trail of a cloak of feathers just curbing around the corner over to the left-hand side.
So this way or up there?
Up to the north.
And start towards that way again. See if any.
Ooh, can I make my Arcana check? Or
Sure. What would you like to check for?
Knowledge of extraplanar.
Oh, okay.
Stuff.
Of course. Yep. Absolutely. Roll away.
Absolutely. Whether that is where we are or what the inhabitants of this place are.
Mm-hmm.
Can anyone help me? Can Nesna perhaps assist?
Absolutely.
Or Saman?
Yeah.
He somehow knows about demons.
There's not either one of them can help you out and give you advantage.
Sure.
Did I see? Did it continue to see as I ran around the corner? Or
Sure.
Did it
As you run around the corner, you can see again up to the north the end tail of this train of cloak comprised of black feathers seems to be heading further up north again. Oh, a 23. That's beautiful. As the caller sits and contemplates her surroundings, touching the wall,
20.
looking at her hand, seeing what's going on, you get the distinct impression that you have an overwhelming sense of where you are. This feels like the Shadowfell. Things are definitely different here. Light is not acting the same way as it usually would. The denizens here don't seem to be material, but there's an air of something else on top of it as well. Not something that you can quite hone in on just yet, but this feels like it's more than just the Shadowfell.
Moving forward.
I think now's a good time for me to cast Animate Dead.
Minions.
Work.
All right. Give me a... let's see, what have we got? 2 extremely desiccated corpses and 1 skeleton, which is nothing amazing, but... Taking the full minute to reach out, and with its 10-meter radius, you're able to capture one of them to bring them back to life. Undeath. Let's say our skeletal friend there. So one skeletal minion that comes back into the fray. Have I got anything skeletal that is accessible?
What will you call your new minion?
I'll just get one of these.
I think I will call it Pedro.
Oh, Jesus.
That was just a Jeff.
Pedro the skeleton.
You gonna draw a mustache on him in the marker? Or like chuckle?
Yeah.
Let me give you a token for that. We'll just use one of these. Come back here. There we go. Details, and there we go. Felin should be able to move it around. There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
All right. So you've noted that Kaelin has darted off back towards the north, following something. What would you guys like to do?
I really
Take a rest.
wanted to head south.
Felinbrin shouts out, "Cool your jets, Half-Blood."
I think I've gone too far at this point to hear.
Oh god, I thought we were gonna take a rest.
There's no response.
I don't think we can rest. I don't think this is a. I think that if you rest, you're just gonna more denizens will appear. I don't think.
That's fair. Well,
I'll say we have to go after the what you call it, and then tie her up. Which way did she head?
She headed north. She's headed north in a hurry.
Alright, so... Or maybe you guys want to wait here and I'll run after her.
I'll go with the Balgura.
Note that the... Are you heading up to the north? Just note that this area is going to be too tight for the Balguru to pass.
Cam, do you just want to control my feet and my thing?
Yeah, gotcha. Bring you back up. While we're up there, Kaelin, give me a perception roll. Oh, nice. So at this point, you do continue to keep an eye on that strange trailing figure of feathers back up on top of the overpass that you just came down, and it seems to be heading off towards a western direction.
Anyone stopping me?
Can I grab her or not?
Absolutely. Seeming she's pretty adamant on heading down in that direction. Give me an athletics. Actually, athletics is probably not the greatest of rolls for you right now. Just to see if you can reach out and grab her.
Take one off of that score. So
Okay,
it
down
would
to
be
13. Kaylin, give me, if you want to, a contested athletics or acrobatics. Oh, he grabs hold. So he manages, Sterling jumping up, running after Kaylin, and just reaches out and grabs hold of her cloak, halting her to a stop.
Okay, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know why you keep cutting off. But
We have to go this way.
even if you want to go this way, you got to sit and talk to us and tell us why. Like, you can't just run off. This place is so freaking dangerous. So let's go back and gather everybody else, and then we'll make a decision from there. And are you okay with that? Or do I have to, like, tie you up?
Float? Like, at this moment? Or...
He's got you by the cloak, yes.
No, can I still see the feathered cloak?
Oh, okay. Give me a perception roll.
No.
You can't see it. The last direction that you saw it moving in was in this direction.
Alright. Mark a
I'll
piece of chalk.
have to agree then. I'll say okay.
Mark a piece of chalk on the wall and then drag her back to the rest of the party.
I'm just like that little kid that's got their arms folded and has just got their legs dragging behind them while carrying
As Sterling kind of bundles you, you're pretty slight, so he's able to wrap an arm. He's straining more than what you'd imagine he should be to continue carrying you back towards the overpass. It's at that point that down the direction that you were following, you hear the distinct sound of a raven call.
Now we have to go. We have to go.
Not without your party members.
Hurry them up. Hurry them up. Aylin is like struggling in your arms right now. Full on at that point where she's battering, trying to get you to let her go.
Testing.
Let's contest it. Let's go.
Well, she's got to contest now. She's going to use athletics, and I get to use acrobatics.
Well, yeah, let's flip it round.
Oh,
crap.
it's at a 3. I've got a +8 to my... So do I really have to make a roll?
Yes.
Unless it's a natural 1, is fine. Okay, so Sterling manages to hold it back. She is squirming like crazy, just with this fervent energy that she wants to press on. Something is just calling to her, but Sterling is not letting her out of his grip.
I'm just imagining Kaylin like a sack of potatoes over his arm, just kicking and banging him. Not yelling, more like just loudly whispering, "I need to go, I need to go, I need to follow that."
All right, the caller... are you able to just bring everybody here?
I can try. Yep, I'll go off and
For brevity's sake, I would say the Balgorua is not going to be able to fit, neither will Thermand in his direwolf form. So Thermand will have to revert back to his original form to continue up to the north. It's a tight fit. But you do have a skeletal friend in tow now as well.
Like, I was hoping you'd forget about that, but yep.
Oh no. Oh no.
So we're traveling to the north.
It would seem.
It seems so much darker now.
Does it though?
Filimbrin shouts back down the corridor towards Lara, and she's like, "Human, are you coming?"
Oh, if I must. I'm just like dragging my feet coming because I wanted to go south.
I'd like to go south too, but I'm afraid that, you know.
You're afraid what? You had a hold on of her?
Yeah, but she's forgotten she can do shit like Misty Step. I mean, oops.
Shut the
It
fuck up.
hadn't started. There was if it hadn't let go or they hadn't followed, it would be coming.
Okay.
And what would
I still have it.
Filimbrin says over his shoulder to Lara, she says, "Your friend is a liability, despite her half-perfect blood."
Hmm. There has been many of these moments in our travels.
And what would the caller like
But
to do with
you-
the Balgura?
If the Balgura cannot actually fit through any of, is it stuck in that room?
It is stuck in that room. It could kind of squeeze up to the top of the steps, but the caverns get far too tight.
Oh, well, in that case, she'll just break the connection, and he can just, thrash around trying to kill us for however many rounds he has.
Hopefully, at this point, Thermand has actually moved up and into the cavern as well.
Yeah.
I'm just going to bring him up there so he doesn't get demon murdered.
Thank you. I went too far.
So with everyone assembled up towards the north and Kaylin following the visions that she's been having, moving down in this direction, it doesn't look any different to the rest of the assembly that you've seen throughout these caverns. And it is odd that for a potential temple of a dragon death god, that there is no temples, there is no structure, there is nothing of any merit here apart from just unending corridors. But as, well, Lara's moving ahead, she can see a passage through to the next section. If everyone wants to gather their tokens, I shall bring everyone over to the next map.
Come here,
Oh,
my kitty.
shit, there's another map?
Oh yeah.
Many maps. Many maps.
Yeah, he's just got like about 6 of them sitting at the top waiting.
Fucking hell.
This is 1A. No.
1A.1.
Subseries 3.
For folio 1 of 55 folios. In what's it? In sub-filing cabinet 1.
Just fill it out in triplicate and bury it under a tree. Okay, let's assemble this. Hang on, I'm just bringing everyone's tokens across.
Avengers assemble!
So as I'm going to say, Lara and Kaylin are kind of the 4 points on this. As they're walking forward, the crunch of gravel underfoot becomes more and more mute until it gets to a point that you can't hear anything. There is nothing.
Are we on a...
Not yet. Not yet.
Are we on an... Oh, no, okay,
No,
cool.
just
I
yet.
was wondering... Okay, that's cool. My apologies. Carry on, please.
There's no sound whatsoever, and as Lara is stalking forward, she can see a faint light. Well, more light than what was previously visible. Let's transfer this over. See if I can get my screen into the right spot. There we go. So let me know when that comes up. I'm sure it'll take a little while for it to load.
It's
Oh.
So while it's loading,
down the
Is it
bottom.
meant to be blurry?
it is a little bit blurry. It's not a great quality map.
Okay.
Hey, we'll just say it's a part of the environment, part of this plane. So as Lara's walking forwards, there's a small flight of stairs. Where there was the absence of any structure, there is now something. Her footfall's absolutely silent. She's walking up the first series of stairs, and she can see a large relief etched into a landing just before the stairs. Darkness still pervades, but there seems to be a tiny bit more light emanating from your kind of compatriot globules that are floating above your head. Let's start with Lara. How do you want to start proceeding?
Very, very slowly and like stealthily, like I'm treading carefully, and I guess I want to like look where I'm going on this stonework.
Very nice.
Looks very delicate. Do you want me to roll anything?
Roll me a stealth.
Okay.
And feel free to proceed 6 squares forward if you'd like to. So as you step forward, this definitely feels a lot more temple-esque. You can see in the dull light slight improvement on what we had before. There are smooth flagstones, and you can see some sort of religious iconography that seems to be etched into the floor and pillars that are surrounding you. These don't match up with what you saw back in the cavern. There is nothing written in Draconic. There doesn't seem to be any sort of passages or verses that have been etched into the architecture here. I'm going to move over to Kaylin. What would you like to do?
I am going to just slowly but carefully walking, not stealthy, just gently, quietly, and just kind of look around and see, like, what are the markings.
Sure, you can attempt a history, or potentially, yeah, I'm going to go with history to see if you can figure out what it is. So looking over the depictions, it looks like nothing you've ever seen before. Nothing that you've ever had dreams or visions about. This seems quite alien. Next up, I'm going to shift over to the caller. Anything that you would like to do?
I would like to.
Oh, that's amazing. Oh, dear.
The caller knows several exotic languages, including Infernal, Abyssal, and Deep Speech.
Excellent. Still give me a history roll. See if we can figure out what this stuff is.
Anyone provide assistance, or everyone is clueless?
So, what do you need from us?
The help action for history.
I can help history.
I'm not proficient.
I'm proficient.
Oh, not the hardest roll.
So as the caller tries to decipher what's in front of her, she looks to Lara for help, and as she goes to say, Lara, a bit of assistance would be nice, no sound comes out of your mouth. It's a low roll, and you can't quite figure out what the hell this iconography is.
Oh, shit.
I'm I'm going to move over to Feldbryn to see what she wants to do next.
Do I see this happen? That she opens her mouth?
You see see the caller turn towards Lara, but she's got her back to you.
Okay. Can I perhaps decipher any sort of religious connotation out of this whole sort of temple? Maybe make a religion?
Absolutely, yeah. Religion or history. I should have stipulated that.
Okay. 16.
A 16. This still seems very alien. Felin has seen a lot of different religions in the Underdark. There have been a plethora of different gods that she has come across, but nothing like this.
I might also, if it's okay, I might just cast. Might be a good time to cast Find Traps.
Okay, no worries. Does that have a verbal component?
Yes.
As Fel goes to conjure the magic required for Find Traps, no vocalization comes out of her mouth. The magic completely inert without the ability to form the vocal component.
I still lose a spell slot for that?
I'm going to be harsh and say yes.
Oh.
Okay.
That's fair.
Okay, ignore that.
Is there any way to leave the room?
You can see very brief from because the map is so low quality, up to the north, there seems to be stairs ascending into shadows.
What about back the way we came? Did we get ported in here, or?
Sure. So as you continued walking down the cavern, it opened up into a larger landing where you could see these stairs and this temple structure in front of you.
I want to start. If we're in initiative kind of order, someone else can go next. But if I can act, I would like to try and get out of this room so that I can cast spells again.
Sure. So heading a bit further north?
Back the way we came.
Okay. As the caller heads back down towards the southern end of the area, she can move, but she might be out of eyeshot for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
And what would you like to cast?
I just point out on the exit, trying to mime that I will be right back.
Very good. Roll performance.
Oh god.
They get it.
She actually has a +5. How about that?
They'd get it. Everyone would get it.
Yeah. She could still roll really atrociously. Oh no, never mind. She rolled pretty well.
Oh nice. Everyone gets the charade straight away. I'm heading back that way and I will be back in a second. But everyone becoming very pertinent to the fact that vocalization is impossible in here.
I go outside and cast Prestidigitation. Am I able to vocalize and cast a spell?
Once you're, let's say for brevity's sake, that once you get sort of through the cavern for a while, it's maybe a good 30 feet away from this area here, that you're kind of walking and talking and clapping to try and figure out when you can actually hear, and it's when you're 30 feet away from this area that you start hearing sound coming from yourself.
Okay. And our light spells were still functioning in that silent room, right?
They'll still function because that's just going to be absolutely psychotic.
And we have not been able to glean anything useful from the walls?
Nothing useful yet. It seems it's definitely some sort of temple. It does not match up with the runes and the draconic that you saw at the entrance of the cavern. This looks different. It looks alien. It looks odd.
But there's no words in deep speech.
No words that are depicted in here yet.
I will cast Summon Greater Demon,
Very good.
I will conjure a Dybbuk.
Ooh, what's the range on Conjure Demon? Or more importantly, what was it? A Dybbuk?
Yeah, it's a 60-foot range.
Very good. And is he medium or is he large?
I believe, it's a medium.
Okay.
Dybbuk is a sort of translucent jellyfish-like creature. It can phase through solid objects, but more importantly, it has 120 feet of telepathy.
I don't think I've got anything for it, so I'll just rehash the Barbarella.
I've linked it in the... Oh, yes.
What was the spelling for
it? And DYBBUK.
UK. Okay, he is named. What are his hit points, actually? I'll just change that over for us.
37 with an AC of 14. He's like just like floating translucent jellyfish. And will telepathically command him to dimension door us back into the room.
Oh, Jesus, okay. So again, kind of popping back into the realm here, he's kind of popped in and visible and now joining the party.
And I will tell him to use telepathy to link us together, just as a relay station.
Very good. So his telepathy will work with only yourself or with the rest of the group as well?
He has telepathy as an ability, like his speech is telepathy.
Okay, very good. All right. Fel, were you moving up or hanging back?
She's gonna, Curiosity killed the cat. She's definitely gonna go forwards with her Scully buddy.
Very good.
And just sort of get to the middle, have a bit of a look around, always looking around, seeing if she can, not so much hear anything now, I suppose, but if she can smell or feel anything.
Sure. For brevity's sake, her sense of smell, it picks up nothing. It's like this place is completely and utterly devoid of any sort of sense apart from vision.
If I'm allowed to, I might press forwards a bit more, head up towards Lara and have a look around.
Sure, go for it.
I'd like to convey, I want to share what little I know with the party as well, that there is no, it's not draconic words, but also no deep speech words, and spell casting is impossible, just in case Sterling hasn't clocked that, etc.
Very good. Thermand, you joining in to kind of press ahead or looking to hang back?
Yeah, I'm gonna press ahead with the others.
Excellent. Nesnar will always be hanging back. And I guess more importantly, who's going to be fronting this this next section? Are we putting Sterling back at the forefront, or the curiosity of Lara, or Kaylin?
I would like to.
How much strength does Sterling have?
12.
Alright, I'm still rocking 14, and you're a much better shot than I am. Do you want to go forward or left or right? Because it looks like there's side corridors in this room.
That's it. Thermand can see trailing off to the western direction. There seems to be another chamber or room, but there also seems to be one up to the north as well.
Sterling pulls out a piece of chalk and writes on the wall, "Guys, we need to stick together and go in one direction." He points at everybody to read it.
Nice. As he tells everyone what to do, everyone just sees his mouth moving, but they get the gist. The charade says, stick together.
He writes it in chalk.
Nice. Everyone gets it.
Wait, so we're going north or east?
Or anything?
Let Thamond pick a direction. Thamond, as he writes on chalk, which way?
We have
I
a
feel like going up the one with the big fucking like elaborate stairs is probably going to be, you know, a bit of a fuck up. Let's try a side door.
So Thermand, as he's walking in, you can see what seems to be just masses of some sort of vegetation, but nothing much more.
Did Lara already go down that side corridor?
Sterling's going to stand next to Kaylin, and if for 1 second she goes in the direction that we're not going, he's going to grab her.
Okay, fair enough.
Good choice. Did Lara go down a side corridor already?
Feelings, or is she just not feeling or seeing anything?
So as Kaylin's looking around, she's not seeing a heck of a lot. Not a heck of a lot. Lara seems to be trying to walk through walls.
Can I please investigate where I am?
You can investigate, absolutely. So looking around, it doesn't look like a heck of a lot. Maybe once upon a time it could have been a storeroom or a storage area. There's nothing untoward or unusual about the area that you're in. It seems to be relatively redundant.
Okay. I'll come back out and then I guess have an investigate around the top here, because I don't know, it just looks a little different.
Sure, it's just a small stone plinth, nothing on there. Age stone. If you touch it, it's cold to the touch. And as you kind of whack it, it makes no sound. Again, nothing remarkable or any other features to really investigate.
Okay.
Are we confronting a door, or?
Nope. Just a couple of side passages. What do we find in here?
Nothing much. Again, it's more of an empty room that was probably previously seen as a storeroom, but nothing untoward.
Huh. And we don't see anything in the main room that looks like it's worth investigating?
No, apart from the doorway up to the north.
Doorway to the north?
Doorway to the north. Oh, back in that main room. Back in the main chamber.
Mm-hmm.
No, I was just saying it looks like a fireplace, but I'll crawl through it.
I would... actually, I would like to use... I've got my feed. Technically, who would I... From my vast knowledge, who would I have thought of made this area?
It's a good point. So using the archaeological feat and looking at the way that this is structured, there's absolutely no indication as to who, how would have built this.
Cheers, man. Alrighty. Shall we head north?
Should we check out the other side passage before we go up the big, scary stairs to...
West it is.
Well, apparently we went west last time, so this is east and we're facing south.
West is best.
Well, we went...
Can anyone remember what this dragon god's thing was? Wasn't he like the god of meh? He was like, we don't speak anything, or he just didn't care about everything? I wonder if there's some secret here. But nothing. Is there like dragon figures or like images or anything like that?
No iconography except for what you can see on the floor.
He observes, but he does not act except to guide the spirits of dragons into the afterlife.
Yeah.
He's also the dragon deity of fate, death, and judgment. Chronipsis. For those that had forgotten. Chronipsis was here!
So I couldn't quite remember his name.
I would like to investigate this room.
Sure. Much like the other, there's nothing of any note in there. No items, no iconography. Stone plinths that are exactly the same as the same that were over on the eastern side.
And in the little side room then?
Nothing. It seems that no one's been in here for a very long time.
There's no skeletons?
Nothing.
No nothing?
I'm going to look for like secret doors or traps or traps and, you know, something that looks out of place, perhaps from one side to the other, or
sure.
Is there
Go
air
ahead
coming through a brick or something?
Roll investigation and or perception.
Let's do perception.
Nothing of note.
Terrible.
No breezes, no nothing. Just solid wall.
Can I do an investigation with the help of my book?
You can do? Sure.
Actually, let me see its stats. Maybe his is better than mine. He's got a +4 to perception. Maybe we can try that. Oh wow, a 1 and a 2.
There is nothing of note in this room. These seem like ancillary, maybe storage rooms of some capacity.
Maybe we should press forward to the north more.
It's the only direction left. So, who's going to helm this one? We're going to need someone at the front and basically move forward like we just did, maybe 6 squares at a time, and just see how we want to proceed with this.
I'll send the minion forward, I think.
Yeah, I'll go behind my skeleton up front. Pedro, you can take front point. So 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's say there's probably about 6 there.
Hang on just a sec.
Is that right?
You've shot way past. We've got... Just bring everyone back a sec. So here we've got 2 directions. We've got light going down this way and light going down this way.
Ah.
So we could look at... Whoa. One.
East to west is always best. Let's go left to right, hey?
2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Why are you counting?
So everyone gets an equal chance to be able to make some progress. All right. Who's going to go in next after Fel?
Yep.
All right. Do you want to just follow hot on her heels?
Embrim just whispers to Lara real quickly, like, for those of us who are depleting our magic, a room of silence. Oh, she can't speak, can she?
No, she cannot.
Or she can telepathically reach out for my jellyfish, and then my jellyfish can tell Lara.
Well, then she would say, let it be known to the group that a room full of silence would be quite a peaceful place to rest if we needed to sleep or meditate.
Well, does anybody have the, like Elvish restful meditation or whatever they have, or like how?
Is anyone an elf that doesn't need to sleep? Is that what you mean?
Well, like I don't know which races people are.
That's me. I'm an elf.
Yep, Jack. You can be the god then. Let's all go sleep.
Sleep in?
Means we can't be surprised. We get woken up.
I was thinking it was like Sentinel's Rest, which Warforged get, which is you basically are still awake and aware and just paying attention, but you're just resting.
What's going on?
We're
wondering if a room full of silence might be a good place to take a rest.
Well, we could take a short break, or sorry, a short rest, or do people want a long rest?
Up to the
I
magic
like a long
users,
rest,
I
but
guess.
really,
Sorry, say again?
I was just saying a long rest would be more beneficial, but I can't imagine a long rest, 8 hours in a mysterious temple would be that good.
I don't feel like a short rest is a good idea.
Maybe short rest.
So we take a short rest, spend some hit dice to heal up.
Yeah.
All right. So brevity's sake, we'll say everyone falling back to the main antechamber. Take a moment to rest. Everyone is conscious, everyone is cognizant and able to look around and take in their surroundings. It's only an hour of taking it easy, so go ahead and spend your hit dice if you'd like.
I will send the Dybbuk forward, actually. He can explore ahead.
Shit.
Okay. Which direction would you like him to go in?
Just leftwards each time, I guess, because that seems to be the route we would normally take.
Down to the left?
Yep. And if he sees trouble, and if he's within 120 feet, he can tell me telepathically, and if it's more than that, and he encounters something interesting or dangerous, he can just dimension door back to me.
Okay. Let's have a look.
At least the dimension door is 500 foot range.
All right. So while everyone's resting back in the area, I'm just kind of sending him off on his grand adventure.
Yeah. The little Dybbuk's adventure.
As you're resting, and it's about 15 minutes into the rest that you hear the Dybbuk relay back something along the lines of no clear passage, and continues to kind of trek around.
Ooh, actually, I'll have him dimension door back, and then take like a piece of chalk from Sterling, and then he can mark his passage.
Oh, nice. Okay. So as he bends around the corner and he gets the command to dimension door back, things fall silent. Hang on, there's a roll happening here.
Ooh.
Uh-oh. SpaghettiOs.
There is an overwhelming sense of silence coming back from the telepathic link.
But the spell is still going, as in I know that he's still summoned. Is that what's happening?
He doesn't seem to be on this plane anymore.
Oh. Well, something not too far away from us down that passage can either destroy a weak demon in a single blow, or is capable of at least banishing it, or something like that.
A safe assumption.
I'll try and draw that in chalk on the floor.
It's almost like the entire group could feel the moment that the Dybbuk was no longer there. Unnerving and unsettling, to say the least. So for anyone that wants to spell some Vith, holy crap. For those that want to spend hit points, please go ahead and spend them now.
I mean, hit dice.
Hit dice? Or
Yeah, sorry, hit
points?
dice. My bad. Yeah, whoever wants to make
'Cause
blood
we never wanna
sacrifices
spell
on the
hit
ground,
points.
go for it.
Does our
Not today.
does our strength drain come back, or is it still there?
I believe it's after a long rest. Let me double check.
That's fine. That's cool.
I think it is a long rest, yeah.
It is.
Yeah, I think it is.
No, or a short rest. It does come back.
Oh, cool.
fuck.
Yeah, I think things like hit point reduction a lot of the time might be over a long rest, but
Yeah.
we line out with strength.
To be honest, that monster is very low level, but god damn it is scary.
Yeah, they are.
Well,
They are.
yeah, that like level 2, level 1, whatever challenge rating is, it can just like outright kill you.
Mm-hmm. If it manages a successive couple of hits and, yeah, rolls a couple of fours for taking you down.
Or if you throw 4 of them at somebody and they could potentially take like a -8 to their strength in the first round.
Can be nasty.
Like if we hadn't had 2 of us go forward, like Sterling could have just taken that and like, oh, cool.
Nasty.
Oh, and you're using encumbrance now too, so...
not just yet. That's going to be once we flick over to the next campaign, so don't worry about encumbrance just yet.
Oh, okay, cool. I thought we were at like the beginning stages of that now.
Nah, not yet. Not yet. Alright, so if everyone's spent their hit dice and have updated their hit points, let's continue on. Oh, Felin wants to... Actually, sure you don't want me to just keep you where you are, Fel, so if you guys want to start continuing forward, and we can start moving in. So as you're moving in and navigating these short passageways, everything is well built. Things are smooth, stoned, cobbled, but the twists and the turns in here are quickly concerning. There's a heck of a lot going on here. Sterling's going down the direction that the debulk went in. Aww.
Yeah. I write on a note on one of my pieces of parchment and be like, so I told him to go every left turn, and that's when he encountered, whatever it was.
Hang on, so I might grab your fill-in token first. Just imagine your skeleton is at the forefront. It is the one that's kind of stepping forward.
You guys need to move forward because none of us can move.
Yeah, I can't see much. Ah, there you go.
Yeah, I'll bring the skeleton back into play when required.
Okay. Nice.
So, as Felin steps forward, there are a number of directions that she can see. There is something off to the west, there is something off to the north, and as Lara jumps forward, there's also a couple of other directions that are available. Which way would you like to go, Fel?
Go clockwise. So, starting from the east.
Okay.
This way.
Whoa. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're right. Go for it.
This way.
Very good. Hang on. We're jumping through walls now. Hang on. I'll grab hold.
Yeah, that's what's spinning me out.
Yep. I'll take the helm for a bit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So at this point, you can see either a shot off that seems to go to, well, pretty much a dead end over to the west, and over to the east, there seems to be more.
She sort of calls back over her shoulder and she says, "There's no need to be afraid. Follow me." And she says, and she sort of carries on walking down to what is like the left.
The party would respond, but she calls out with no sound.
Yeah. And there's no telepathy now. Yeah, I've got to do something about this.
Actually, for
her guide...
ease of use, maybe I'll use 1 token to guide the party ahead so everyone's not getting confused and jumping through a multitude of walls. So we've got 2 directions. Over here to the west, it's a dead end, but there is something up to the north.
She will reach into her pack and maybe strike up a torch. So at least with the torchlight because she can't use any of her spells to light the way.
She does have one of these glowing globes has still managed to persist, so that you're not kind of living in...
okay.
Well, the humans wouldn't fare too well, that's for sure.
Okay, yeah, she's going to keep, progressing north.
Okay.
Looking around very, very astutely.
Very good. Oh, Caller is jumping. Up to this direction, we can see another dead end.
Okay.
So just to help, I'll recant back and pop her at the last known junction here.
Okay.
Just to help along.
And then I guess she'll try and head up to the north if she sort of looks around and she sort of gestures.
Nice.
To the north.
So there's north and there's east. So popping up, I'll just help speed along, or we'll be stuck in here forever. 6. So here, seeing another couple of maze-like kind of intersections that are coming on through. At this point, I'll just check. Do you want Fel to continue on in the forefront, or want to swap over with another party member to continue at the front?
I think she'll bring everyone up so they can all sort of rally together. She'll have the skeleton would be walking in front of her.
Absolutely.
And what I would like for her to do is either put her hand on the wall or listen to the floor to see if there's she can feel any tremors or vibrations or anything like that. Because someone will still make physical movement, or something. If there's like a machine whirring or something like...
Sure. Go ahead and give me actually either perception or investigation, because you're putting your hand on the ground.
It's gonna be perception because I'm proficient. It's a 23.
Okay. So trying to gather some sort of sense of direction, you feel like you're on the right path. It's more of an act of intuition than it is of any other stimulus that's coming in.
Okay, so she sort of looks around to Kaelin and goes to kind of do some drow hand signals that they would use in this sort of situation, and then she realizes the party that she's with, and she just rolls her eyes and continues on, and she sort of beckons to follow.
So is it like undercommon?
Sure, as a spoken.
No, because that's only drow, like only under drow, like hunt using this sign language. I don't even think they have it in 5th edition, but they had it in 3.5, and it was pretty cool. It was pretty handy.
Oh, nice.
So breaking at the next intersection, there's either a direction that's off to the west or up to the north.
Go west again, I think.
Okay. So as she continues around, there's again this dog leg that seems to continue on. Where does this end up, actually?
That's a worry.
Oh yeah, this is a good one.
Costco. Yeah, taking the left, definitely. Okay. She beckons Lara to stay close, and then she sort of points over Lara at Kaelin and beckons her to stay close.
All right. So as Fel steps forward and continues down this path, it just seems to continue on. But there seems to be a break over in this direction. A small room. But not a heck of a lot in there.
How bizarre. And there's no furniture or inscriptions or sign of life or religious connotations?
It is absolutely destitute. Just to speed things along with a regroup, actually, the spot where Kaelin was before was probably a bit handier. Trailing your steps back, I'm going to just pop you guys back over in this direction. Oops. And might give the option for Kaylin to step forward for a little bit.
Going that way? Right?
So that's a dead end in that direction. What I might do is, can I get Kaylin to make me an intelligence check for me?
Always look under skill.
Top left corner.
Or
Yeah, got it.
yeah, or if
Alright,
everyone's
I don't know where
getting
people are.
if everyone's getting annoyed with it, we can just skip this entire section if that works.
Where is everyone?
Zoom out and look for my circle.
In the kitchen with a candlestick. What are you doing?
I'm literally following the circle, and there's no one there.
All right, what we might do is
wow.
stick with one person at a time to just to kind of convey on, or yeah, we can just skip this section altogether.
I think the problem is with one the only problem is with one person. If that person moves, we can't see what's going on.
Mm-hmm. I guess the
That's
other
fine.
option is everyone just jumps around all over the place just to find the way through, and then
No.
it kind of defeats it.
No. We want to do it the way you want to do it. I'm just saying, if you want, sorry, do you mean one person at a time, or do you mean one person will act as the beacon for everybody?
I think
Or
if
the leader.
one person is the beacon and we interchange that so that people can make their choices, then at least we can see what's going on.
Okay.
Let's go.
We can make a party token even and just give everyone visibility of that one token, and then that could represent all of us, perhaps.
Yeah, that way at least we could see it. If that makes any sense.
It does. Hang on. I'm seeing all sorts of weird stuff now. I don't know what that's done. That's possibly corrupted a token.
Kill the token.
It's evil, it must die.
I'll just bring it over here just in case it's missed. All right. So with Kaylin taking the helm, I'm just going to pop her back on the right track. Perfect intelligence score. So basically she's able to recant her steps and get back to exactly where she needs to be. Kaylin, you've got the helm. You can see the path that's heading off over here towards the east. And you can see...
I can't see anything.
Is the east the way I just came from, coming back, or?
That's a direction that you haven't been just yet.
Okay, so go.
Cam, just checking. Are you giving us all visibility on the token, or is it not? Or we're not doing that?
That's what I'm looking at the moment. I
Okay,
can't
fair
see
enough.
a way to turn
That's-
it on without just basically opening up the entire map to everyone so that nothing is hidden.
Okay. Nice.
The doorway.
Maybe do you just need to drag us along?
That's what
Yeah,
I was trying to do.
Why
but
don't
it
we
didn't
all
seem to work.
just put our tokens on top of one another, and then Cam, you can just drag us all around as a group?
Yeah.
Like a clump.
Pylon Sterling.
Easy done?
Yep. On him. How about that?
Yeah, nice. An elegant solution.
I just imagine it's like, you know, in the cartoons where like there's all these like small little miniature cartoon characters all sit on each other's shoulder with a trench coat round there, sort of to look like a big. That's what I feel like.
What is it?
We're like-
Kobolds in a trench coat?
Yeah, that's it.
All right, so for assistance, basically, Kaylin, you've got the helm still at the moment and just popping you back on the right track. So this is opening up to what seems to be another antechamber in front.
Okay. Is this like a hallway to the side, or is this the hallway into the antechamber?
So straight ahead is going into a larger antechamber. So moving up, there seems to be a multitude of different directions that this can go. At this point, I'm going to get you to roll perception for me again.
This is not my strong suit.
Can I help?
It's not bad this time.
Nice, not bad. You get ever such a subtle hint or another glimpse of that train of feathered cloak moving over in this direction.
That is the way I shall go.
Okay, I'm going to get you to stop there. As you round the corner and come not face to face, but you can see a very peculiar being that is huddled in the corner, looking over its shoulder. This horrific face, black pulled eyes and a long distended mouth, making its eye contact with you face to face.
Oh.
I'm going to have to get you to make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Oh no. I know what this is.
Oh no, sorry, I hit the wrong thing. But yes, a Constitution saving throw for me.
And just to double check, is this against being charmed?
No, it is not.
It's against being really fucked up.
And you pass. Yeah. Just. So, as this thing seems to be silently screaming in your direction, go ahead and make... Oh, it's not it's a really bad roll, actually. It's 11 points of psychic damage. But you have a reaction.
Actually, reactions do I have? I am just going to cast Hellish Rebuke.
Nice.
At second level. So
now the fun thing is, does Hellish Rebuke have a vocal component?
damn it.
It sounds like it should, being a rebuke.
Does have a vocal component. So as Kaelin goes to form the words and send the rebuke back towards this thing, falls into the nether, unable to manifest the power because of the lack of vocalization.
Damn, I should have just... I don't have any, other reactions.
Cool.
Everyone was behind me, right? They
Correct.
saw me freak.
They are behind you.
Whoever behind me saw me do a, visual scream without actually making noise. Okay.
Hey, Cam.
Yeah.
Just want to throw it out there. I fucking love that you're punishing the, components of, spellcasting here.
Silence is a bitch.
Great.
Silence is horrible. All right. For brevity's sake, let's go with the order of Lara, Fel, the Caller, or actually Thermand, Caller, and then Sterling straight afterwards. So hot on Kaelin's heels. If we've got Lara, jump on in there. Let's see if we can resolve the issue.
Okay, well, I can't even see what she's looking at, so I'm going to have to move forward to start with. Oh.
You've got line of sight.
Yeah. I'm just zooming in because this is just different. Huh! Sorry, it reminds me of something. Okay. Old Faithful
Uh-huh.
coming out. It is technically already turned on. No vocal components required.
Very good.
Either ways, I would have sneak
Ooh.
attack otherwise.
Oh, yeah,
so,
it's already on. I think you do have to whisper something to it, but you've already done that.
13.
13 misses. It seems to be on par, and the thing is unnaturally lithe. The 21, however, will hit.
For 16 piercing, 4 necrotic.
Nice. So as it hits, you can definitely see that it's taken some damage, but not as much as you would imagine. Oh, that's more like it.
That's a crit. Oh,
nice.
This is, I think, my 3rd crit for the night.
Wow. Beautiful.
Yeah, you're on a roll.
Actually, something that I wouldn't mind doing with the crits. Can you roll me 1d100?
Have you got a crit table there?
69!
Nice. All right. 24. It hits hard, literally smashing into the side of its neck, and the thing reels back silently, but clutching as thick, black, viscous ichor seems to be spilling out of its neck. It's a devastating hit. It's done a lot of damage.
Okay, and as my last sort of thing, I'm just going to skirt around to its other side.
All right. There is a wall there, so you won't be able to pass through.
Oh. Oh, okay, sorry. Oh, well, I guess I have to stay there.
Okay. Next up, for brevity's sake, grabbing Fell.
Okay, sensing the plight of herself and others, she's going to maneuver around the blind side of the Bodak and unleash. This is the first. She's literally pulling her shiny new Ferrari out of the garage, and we're going to have a bit of a whack session with Olaf. What was it called? Olaf Sauce.
Yes.
Olaf Sauce, which means darkest kiss. Does it mean? Dark kiss?
I think so. Yeah, it's something along those lines. I can't remember now.
Anyway, so that is what she is gonna do. She is gonna up and whack his ass.
Nice.
So you have a +2. How do I with this? It's a 16.
16. It hits.
And does 13 bludgeoning and 9 poison.
Nice. Ooh. So the 13 points as it smashes in, it looks like it's reeling, and you can see red welts where it's struck on its flesh. But the poison, oddly enough, seems to not affect it.
Okay. I think she only gets 1 attack. And then skeleton.
Okay, yes, of course.
So he will go for a short sword attack. It's both the same as the bow.
Oh, nice.
Wow, 23.
Yeah, swinging good. So it smashes into this creature. It draws more blood, but again, with it being such a simple weapon, it doesn't seem to do as much damage as you would imagine.
And then Filimbrin, I can't see where it is, but Filimbrin will then try and maneuver out of... Oh no, because it would have an attack of opportunity. No, I'm in there. I'm in there for the long haul. All right.
So you'd be stuck in there, but note, if you don't move, then no one else is going to be able to get through to it.
Oh, okay. I will move back, because why not?
Okay. Taking the attack of opportunity, it does basically swing a fist in your direction. Oh, for 4 bludgeoning damage with rolling a 24. Right. Oh, and another 6 necrotic on top, really? Oh, didn't realize it did that. Nasty.
I'll have to look into that necrotic thing because of my warlock thing, but I think maybe it still does. Yeah, so that's 10 points.
Okay. Thermand, you've got an opening to... This thing's looking very bloodied.
All right. Sorry, let's just have something to eat quickly. Where is it?
So just in
I've
this
just been
position.
listening to the conversation. I haven't. Cool. All right, I'm gonna move up. Wait, you said it's here?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can't see anything.
Let me drag you across.
Not even this thing here.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, okay, right. How's it looking? Bloodied.
Yes.
Is it wearing anything that looks metallic?
Not at all. Literally rags and flesh.
Yeah, fair. I'm gonna hit it with Dissonant Whispers.
Okay.
Oh wait, is this still the non-speech area?
You could try.
God damn it, it's like a verbal only. Fuck it, I'm just gonna hit it with my great axe.
No such luck. Swinging down, it manages to parry the blow off with its forearm and the axe smashing down into the ground. Still oddly silent.
Well, that's creepy. I think that's me.
Okay.
Should have raged. Oh, well.
You'll be able to move out of range anyway because it's already taken its attack of opportunity, opening up to the caller.
Oh, cool. Yoink.
I will go in. And this creature is very bloodied.
Very.
I will just try and whack it with my staff.
Fair enough.
Just as literally. I mean, I could try spell. There is like 1 or 2 spells, but I don't think they'll be useful. Let's see.
It's ironic that it's the Staff of Healing.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. But hey, every little bit helps. It is extremely bloodied, but the single strike just kind of poking it, making it reel back a little bit, but not doing a heck of a lot of damage.
Back out.
Back to the man of the hour. I think Sterling might be able to finish this thing off. And that'll do it. So rather silently, but still all the more efficient, a bolt just instantly passing through this thing's head at point blank range, its body falling limp and well and truly out of commission.
Thank God for that. They are terrifying.
They are. And who knows what happened to the Dabuk. Maybe it managed to fall within the death gaze of one of these and didn't come back. Oh, sure. Searching the Bodak. There's nothing there. It's literally, unless you want to add some rags into the equation, it's got nothing on it.
I googled Bodak and I found something incredibly disturbing.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Is that the thing with like the breastplate, got the mask, the hat, and long claws.
I meant I found Bodak Yellow. It's a Cardi B song.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Didn't even know that was.
One of my characters dropped from 100 hit points to 0, just failing one save.
Yep, it's horrific. But that's why the team sticks together.
Did an AL game. We came up against, what's this Thursday? We did 3 Banshees, dropped the entire party but one person.
Oof.
Wow.
Jesus.
I mean, that'll do it. So how did they react to that?
Luckily, the one person that survived was the, the cleric.
Oh, Jesus.
Jesus, that would have sucked.
All right. So forging forwards, does someone else want to take the helm to move ahead here?
I mean, yeah, I can for a bit.
Lara's always curious. Hang on, I'll pile everyone back on.
Pile along top on Kaelin. Or whomever.
Okay. Oh. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Okay. So Lara has the helm. Moving forward, I guess it's pretty evident here. There seems to be 2 ways to move ahead.
Let's go right. I've been going left all day.
Have. It's a dead end.
It's not working out. See, that's why you go left.
See, yeah.
Like
and
you said,
nothing
left
goes
is best.
Right, go left.
Yeah.
No, when nothing goes right, go left.
So as she's continuing on, you come across another set of stairs that are descending down into another chamber. I'll just pass everyone out for a sec.
Spread them. Do I recognize any of the artwork?
Go ahead and roll a religion check.
Chamber? Ooh. It's getting serious.
Oh,
No.
damn. These things look disparately alien. Although relatively minotaur in shape, they just don't make a heck of a lot of sense. Everything about this place just does not make a heck of a lot of sense. If everyone wants to start ferrying forward, there's the hint of something else kind of continuing on to the north, much like the rest of this area. There's another series of stairs that seems to be leading downwards. Awesome. Lara. No, come back. Come back. Lara comes back here. Can you please roll a Constitution saving throw for me?
Oh no.
Oh damn.
Oh crap.
As Lara is creeping and looking around at the surrounding area, you notice her body goes limp and drops to the ground. She is unconscious.
Oh no. Silently cry out, Lara!
Oh yeah, I was thinking they're like the silence from Doctor Who.
I was thinking the same.
Yeah, but great.
Yeah, the silence are awesome.
All right, let's see if we can burn through this one. Let's go ahead and roll for initiative.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Lara, you have to roll as well, because you're dying right now.
Yeah, that's true.
I got a 18.
Oh, nice. So did Lara,
I'm not
which is
adding.
probably not a good thing.
What's your dex?
Not as good as yours, mate. That's for sure. My dex.
I think-
+3. Yeah, 16
nice.
+3.
Still not as good as mine.
I would say Lara doesn't get to use her dex, really, not this time around.
Yeah.
No. No.
Let's put Phil in at the front just in case. All right, Kaylin, you're up first.
I've just seen Lara drop, so I'm gonna move around to see the horrible thing. I've got no choice. I am going to cast Booming Blade.
You did have a choice. You could have dragged me out of the way.
Good have. She's made her choice.
Nice. So 26 will hit.
Yep, so it's the 12 thunder damage plus 7 piercing.
Nice.
And I'm assuming
it's 4 thunder damage, 12 once it moves.
Oh, okay.
Excellent. And you would have moved within melee with it as well, so maybe 1 square closer.
Oh, yeah. And then... No, I can't use that because... Ooh. I am... No, it's verbal. I can't do that. I'm just going to stay where I am.
Okay.
And hope it doesn't kill.
Okay, brings us to fill in.
Oh man. With this whole silent thing, there's not much I can do.
Pick up something heavy and hit it.
Okay, I am going to use my last form of dread, which I think is a bonus action. Let me just hang on. I can. Yeah, 1 bonus action. So I'm gonna form of dread, and I'm gonna rush in. Sending my skeleton in, I say, "Love Tlumala," which is like very nerdy of me to say that, but yeah. And she goes rushing in for like, what is that? Can I even make it there? Where is it?
You could probably get right on top of Lara.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. So I still can't get it.
Stuck in the doorway.
Yeah. All right. No worries. Yeah. Then I guess I'm just straddling Lara.
Cheers, man.
No.
Lara, your turn for a death saving roll.
I didn't know if I swung that way.
What?
Oh, I thought that was
Alrighty,
death
how do I
saving roll
do
for
this?
a second
No, how do I do a death saving roll again?
there. Up towards the top of your page.
Yeah, but I didn't realize I had to take all the damage first. Alrighties.
Oh,
Nice.
yes.
2 ticks.
Wake up.
Oh, you're up. You're
Alright.
up. That's crit number 4.
She wakes up on 1 hit point.
Yeah. I'm just going to shift that out of the way.
Okay,
and
do
go-
I have enough in me to drag myself out of the way?
You do. You can use half of your movement to pull yourself up from prone and get out of there.
Yep, I'm 2 steps back.
Nice.
Just so everyone knows, it's like 1.
She's back. Well played. Back to Sterling.
1, 2, 3. Can I get through here or not?
I would say Phelan will let you pass.
All right, shoot this dude. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. That'll hit.
Is he still up?
He's still up.
All right, second shot.
Oh,
Is he still up?
He is extremely bloody, but still up. literally on the cusp of falling over in a stiff breeze.
I'm gonna use
precision.
I'm going to use precision attack.
Good call.
Oh, fuck off!
Oh, the first 2 bolts thudding in and doing a hideous amount of damage, but the third one just shooting clear.
Alright, I'm gonna move up 2 more squares, like over there.
Nice. Alright.
Done.
The caller, what have we got?
I mean, I could hypnotic pattern it, but it's just not worth it at this point. If I use my healing staff to cast the spell, do I still have to speak as if casting the spell? I assume so.
I believe so, yes. Yeah, so even though it uses a charge as basically the fuel to cast, it still requires the actions to cast as well.
In that case, I will sit pretty over here.
Okay.
I flash a thumb Sterling.
Alright, brings us over to Thermand.
It's all you, Thermand.
Alright. Hold on. Sarah was a bit distracted. What is going on with this one here?
Oh, that's Phil's little animated skeleton that she's got in tow with her.
Pedro.
It's Pedro.
Awesome. Phew. Just gonna dash over here.
Very good.
Oh, sorry, not dash. Just gonna move.
Yeah.
Then is he still looking bloody?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Still not gonna try anything that. Fuck it. I'm just gonna use my Wand of Magic Missiles and cast it at 3rd level.
That would be good, but does it have a vocal component to doing that spell?
Oh, son of a bitch. How does the wand have a vocal component?
Mm-hmm.
Good call. Well, I'm not going to do that then.
Just beat him. He's almost dead. Just beat him with something.
He's used
I've
all
used
of
my
his
30-foot movement to get here because Kalen's in my way.
Have you got a, I don't know, a knife, a dagger,
Oh,
throwing
son of a
axe,
bitch.
a
Fucking
javelin?
Javelin of Lightning.
There we go.
Oh, son of a bitch.
So as Thermand reels back and hauls this bolt of lightning towards the thing, it just drops down, nimble, but extremely bloodied.
I think it still has to save on that lightning DC saving throw for 13. Because it's just a line attack that's attached to the javelin. I don't have to hit everything with the javelin.
Can't recall. I'll have to look up all the stats of that specific piece.
It's... whoop.
So if it's got a roll to hit, usually it has to hit.
I think what it is, it's a saving throw for Kalen and him. He takes damage, and then on a hit, I think it still does extra damage. Because it's just on a hit, the target takes damage from the javelin plus the lightning damage. So he still takes DC for 46 lightning damage, DC dexterity saving throw 13, including Kalen.
Sorry, what?
No, while I agree, I just saw the bit where it says I have to speak its command word.
Aha.
Son of a bitch.
That's a good point.
Well, then it's still a javelin, but you missed.
God damn.
Oh.
It's so close. It's literally so close. All right, with this thing starting in its position, it is going to bear down with its gaze straight at Kalen, who is straight after it. Go ahead and make me a Constitution saving throw. Beautiful. Does not budge. Does not budge. And with that, you are wide open to attack this thing.
And I am just going to smile and hopefully this is...
I do love Booming Blade. Oh, yeah. Okay, how do you do this?
With a smack, I just lop its head off.
Nice. They're severing through its neck, eerily silent again, and its head just kind of wheeling, ill-balanced and twirling in the air and thunking again silently down onto the ground. It literally had 1 hit point left. That was ridiculous.
Oh.
Beautiful.
Very nice.
Beautiful. All right, so that pretty much clears us of combat, which is nice. So there is a little bit more around here. There's some sort of large statues that seem to be tribute to something. Another series of stairs that are to the north. And actually, I think, is there a pathway up here? Yeah, there's a pathway just beyond Sterling as well.
So, half you want to check out one pathway, we'll check out the others?
I don't know, Bodaks are pretty nasty.
When has splitting this party done us any good?
Yeah.
Well,
Hey, it worked out. Oh, actually, no, you shot Therman. That's right. Okay.
yeah, statistically no. But on the other hand, God, it makes for some fun storytelling.
That was pretty funny.
And like for the first time, I had to make that decision of like, do I play it smart or do I play it like, you know, in character? I'm like,
Yeah.
no, fuck him.
Nice.
Well, I'm happy to jump on the party train and just follow whoever's doing whatever, really. I'm always, east to west is always best, so left to right, but I'm a sheep, I don't mind.
All right. So
Yeah, but that's
Nesna's going to start forging forward. We haven't got far to go, which is nice. Kind of pushing forward and moving into what seems like a much larger antechamber with a much larger relief kind of etched into the floor over in this direction. I would say even emanating a slight greenish glow to it as well.
This is bad news. Can I do a perception, please, to see if I can extrasensibly check anything?
Sure. Go ahead and
Basically.
roll. A 50G drink that gave 7 points of healing. Goddamn.
never worth it to drink a potion unless it's to save someone's life. That is the only possible time that expense is okay.
I think next time we're going to play an alchemist.
All right, so with Fel's check, there's nothing untoward that you can really sense up ahead. But then again, you've never really sensed anything untoward while you've been in here. It's been pretty much a blank slate.
Right, okay. Be on your guard.
Move. All right, Nesna's going to move up here. We're pretty much at the end of this section, which is nice.
Oh, it's moved over to Snow Village. I've been hearing footsteps the whole time.
There's some weird snow.
I actually did a search for this guy's thing and put it on like D&D ambience.
Yeah. He does some good stuff.
Yeah, he does do some good stuff.
I'm on Snow Village now. It's all like footsteps and I'm going, oh shit, though, Cam, that's really good quality, features. Anyway, what are we doing?
All right. So up ahead, there's really just one section left before we kind of call it a night. We're not at the end of the dungeon, but this is the end of a section.
All right. Well, let's sally forth.
Very good.
As well, but which doorway are we going to go through? Oh, that one that Leslie's in, or
Yeah.
we're gonna?
It's pretty much all that's left.
No, I suppose there's not much over in this.
Whoa.
Oh, it's the same room.
So stepping forward, there is a large gateway that stands over this motif, and amongst it are some stone tablets. They seem to be out of order, and obviously very much a locked mechanism at the moment. I'm just going to post something into Discord. The tablets in front of you, alphabetically listed, I'm just going to pop this in the tavern section, are these words. Looking at the script that's been written, even though this doesn't kind of register as infernal or primordial, anything like that, it's just something to put in as a small puzzle. So looking at the first one, the capitalization is kind of a dead giveaway for the beginning of a sentence. But what's the right combination?
I fought the last dude.
Hey,
Now, I've heard of Tenebris before. Come usually means with. Ambulaire, that means to travel. Mortis is death.
Pierre is open.
It's just like opening some window to travel to death, something like that.
So looking at this, looking at the way that the reciprocating sections are set, you can see that there is kind of, is the best way, there seems to be almost like 3 statements to the sentence.
Can we be guessing? I mean, if we don't actually know what languages or anything like that.
It's Latin, isn't it?
Open, walk.
Doesn't even need an intelligence roll to pick that one up.
Yeah, but I mean, our characters don't speak Latin, is what I'm saying.
That's all right. It just has to come together, and we've already got a good tip with that, with Simon being able to pick that one out.
Copy paste of the Latin.
Or Sai, if you want to give it a crack, trying to bring them together.
Yeah.
I know the word Tenebris, but I can't remember it. I don't know enough of it. I just know the warning words, which is Mortis, which is death.
Yes.
Ambulaire, like I say, is to travel.
Is to travel. Yes.
Open with...
I'll give you a nice hint. So the first section has two spots for the tablets. So you could safely assume that it would be a pierre, something, then a comma, then 3 spaces for 3 words, and then 2 spaces for 2 words.
So open something, comma, 3 spaces, comma.
Suspicio.
You're right with the word cum, which is like with.
With, yeah.
So come walk with death, something darkness. If we're just reading the words in order.
Not quite.
Something.
Not quite the sequence. So Apier,
Tenebris.
the first one.
Sorry, what's the last one?
Tenebris, which is darkness.
Ostium would pertain to bones, as in osteo. So bones.
It's a good guess, but it's a little off.
It's either bones or sight.
The heart of darkness. It is the.
Come on,
hunger that
darkness, my
devours.
old friend.
Are we allowed to look it up?
Yeah, go for it.
Doesn't make
Ostium.
any easier.
Ostium is an opening into a vessel or cavity of the body.
Open
Otherwise
walk
known
with
as a
death
door.
body to take Dar.
Oh, yeah.
Latin
Open
door.
the door.
With that, the first two click
Walk
into
with
place.
death into the dark.
You get the first two, Apier Ostium, which is basically open this door.
Oh, cool. Apier Ostium.
So like walk into darkness? No, walk with darkness.
You got it. Walk with darkness, correct. You get the next three sections all click into place. The next two,
Nice.
Suspiat and Mortis.
Death. What's this?
Sus.
To take death.
Beware.
To acknowledge death.
Or to welcome.
Welcome, death.
Welcome.
Ah.
With all of the
So open.
sections clicked into play, you note things start to move, not make sound, but shift and alter. And the two large stone doors begin to slide apart. I'll bring everyone's stuff together and just show the next section before we call it a night. I'll bring the skeleton over too.
We took death with us.
Sweet.
You're looking pretty unhealthy there, Lara.
You think?
Well, they better be careful because death is coming with us. Oh shit. It's not the astral sea, is it?
No.
The outside of the shadow.
It
Oh
feels.
man, this looks bad. Arse.
It definitely
Well,
has
spiderwebs.
a sense of foreboding. The ground seems oddly cold. There are odd crystalline structures that seem to be erupting from trees made out of pure shadow. It's weird. It's definitely weird.
Oh man.
As you approach...
I'm gonna.
Oh, you can see towards the back here seems to be another cylindrical, teeth-rimmed portal or opening that seems to be leading off to the next section. But smack bang in the middle of the area as you walk forwards, the cobbled stone giving way to this weird kind of ethereal lichen that is strewn across the floor. You can now hear again, which is the first thing you probably notice. You hear the groan of metal coming from up ahead. A figure starts to stand up, protruded with spikes. It's extremely metallic, and it turns around, two red, baleful eyes looking in your direction. You see an oddity in front of you. It looks like a horror. It's littered with what looks like eternally slain corpses, pinned to large spears that seem to be emanating out of its body. I think we'll just hold it there for now.
Oh
Cheers.
man. That is actually horrific. Look at that.
Oh my god, I
God,
zoomed
Jesus.
in.
It's a fun one.
It's like the worst Sonic the Hedgehog ever.
Very odd way to put it.
It runs and makes odd spinning noises.
Collects rings. We're just painting rings.
Just take the rings. Just take them.
Oh man, I do not have the hit points for this. Mind you,
She scoffs.
No, we should have taken that long rest.
yeah.
A long rest in the
How's that heat
Shadowfell
metal
could be
looking
interesting.
about now?
That's a good point. Well, I can blast off about 4 times. No.
If I die, can someone just throw me in a bag and revive me later.
Actually, I have Revivify.
Druid things.
Sure.
Druid things.
That could come in handy. I can't recall if I did my spell list or if somebody's done it for me. No, I feel like I did because I picked the Lightning Javelin and then I took Tidal Wave because it specifically covers like